Ahem. Good. Ooh, been a long time since I made that noise. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Myself included, huh? Clearly I haven't been singing that song for a little while. Good morning. Welcome back. Long time no see. It has been a lot longer than I planned for it to have been, so apologies. I was just planning on a little break, but it ended up being a bit of a bigger break. So here we are. Welcome back. 3 weeks away, and we are here now to, I don't know, return. Do I have any empty earrings in this one? I do not. Okay, well, never mind on that side. So we just get a one side tentacle. Good morning, though. Welcome back. Long time no see. I'm doing better. I cut off all my hair while I was gone. I dyed my hair while I was gone. I harvested clay from a local riverbank. And I dyed fabric, and I dyed yarn, and I dyed clothing, and I did a walnut dye bath, which went really well. I dyed a white shirt dress with walnuts that I collected. It is fully winter here now. It came yesterday. There's a foot of snow on the ground. There was no snow on the ground yesterday morning, and we have like 8 inches of snow on the ground now. It's fully like a Christmas miracle outside. It looks like winter, which is a little bit upsetting because I didn't take any pictures of my garden the day before yesterday because I didn't think we were about to get a snowstorm. So I didn't take any goodbye pictures, and now my garden is dead and I don't have the last day that it was alive on photos, which is sad. But I will survive it. It does make me sad though. 3 weeks is a long part of Elisa's life. Yeah, 3 weeks is a huge amount of time for a newborn. She's like a whole different person than when we left. I'm still struggling. I'm still going through it. I have been doing therapy, and I had a couple of doctor's appointments as well while I was gone. My skin is almost healed from whatever the F was happening to it. I went on antibiotics for 2.5 weeks. I ended up having to get a refill on my antibiotics and take antibiotics again. For those of you who are, nobody's new. It's just the 3 of us right now. But if you're watching this later and you're new, you'll want to watch the previous live stream because there's more information about like the things I'm updating on. But for those of you that have been here for a long time, which I know that's who's going to come today. It's going to be people who've been gone who've missed us. But I was on antibiotics for my... Oh, thank you, Winged Matchbox. You look wonderful. Thank you. I have a yarn ball winder. That's awesome. Oh, that's so good. And Louisa. Good morning, Lauren, everyone. I see everybody decided to change their names while I was gone. Is that what's happening? Should I be changing my name too? You look wonderful. It's very nice of you to say. I put on makeup for the first time in over a month today. So I am feeling a little bit more... I'm feeling a little bit more myself right now, which is good. I also think that cutting my hair made me feel a little bit more myself again, which is odd because I loved having my hair long, and parts of me are sad that my long hair is gone, but I just took my fabric scissors to it. I did my best to do some kind of layering. I'll probably go and get a proper haircut eventually to have someone like do it, but since my hair is curly, you can't really tell that I did a bad job, which is great. It's very short, as you can see. I literally cut all of it off. You know, mental health means you need new hair. That's the way it goes. It's either that or a tattoo. So you're welcome for coming back just with different hair. Hey there, Carmen. Good morning. I also have not taken my meds this morning. If you need to take daily meds for your physical or mental health, even if it's just your daily vitamin, here's your reminder. Take your vitamin, take your med, take whatever you need. I need a few. Do you want to see this cute thing I got? Look at this. It holds all my pills together, including my vitamins. I have an empty space here. That's where the antibiotic was, and I'm going to replace it with Tylenol so that I have, literally, if I need to leave for any amount of time, here's everything that I need. I've got my antidepressants. I've got my lysine, which is a vitamin. I've got my spot for Tylenol. I've got my cold sore medication. I've got my anti-anxiety, and I've got my ADHD med. Everything fits into one container. How cool is that? Isn't that convenient? Uh-oh. Excuse me. A big sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so that was good. That's a great way. Instead of having, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Instead of having 7 separate medication pills or pill bottles near me, I can just have one container. I'm obsessed with it. It was a very good purchase. Also, Alex and I got a new wardrobe, like, for our clothing. So we actually had to do a dump run while we were... Toby is blocking. Do you see his head right here? Toby is our 4.5-pound Chihuahua. He is blocking his food bowl from the cat, who is like 15 pounds. You can't have it, Pika. You want to come sit with me? Come here. Come here. Psst, 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 psst. Come on. Come here, baby. There's my baby. Alright. Toby, you're a baby too, but you can't jump on my lap like Pika can. Toby. Come here, Pika. Come here. My fat cat is here. There she is. Oh, good morning. Good morning, my chunky girl. Good morning. I missed ya. I missed ya. Mwah. Good girl. Anywho, what else has been going on? Oh, I have a bruise right here. This bruise is from Elizabeth, my niece, who is 7 months old. She grabs your skin when you're holding her, and she pinches it with her tiny little pincers, and she makes it bruisey. Carmen says, I did my first Market Friday, and I need to start prepping for the next one. That's exciting. Peekaboo. Ma'am, you can't have this microphone. This is my microphone. You can sit with me, though. Sweet baby. Anywho, that's exciting about a market. I have something exciting that happened to me on the weekend as well, and I am going to update you about the whole 3 weeks that I was away. It's probably just going to come out a little bit more naturally. I didn't write anything down to share with you. I just figured we'd jump back in like it's normal stream. So I thought we would just chat, because it's my first day back and I am a little bit overwhelmed. I'm feeling a little bit like, oh my God, I didn't even do anything while I was gone. I did a lot of things. I just didn't do a lot of work. I did a lot of other things. And I got a new therapist while I was gone, and my new therapist is so nice. She gives like mom vibes. She's probably like 50, but she gives like mom vibes, and a lot of the stuff I say, she just like says the right thing back to me for me to hear how crazy it is what I'm saying. Good morning, sweet kitty. Isn't she a sweet kitty? She is. She's the best. So, it has been over a month now since our cat died. Our cat Rohan died on October 1st, and it has now been over a month since he died. Peekaboo and Toby are getting along quite well. The birds seem to be okay now. They don't seem to be like acting any different anymore. So I think the birds are okay. I think Peekaboo, I'm not going to lie to you, I think Peekaboo's happier without Rohan, which makes me sad because I miss Rohan. But I don't think Peekaboo does. I think that she's happy to be an only cat, which, sorry girl. And Toby, I think Toby liked chasing Rohan, so I think he probably misses him. But do you see this beautiful baby girl? Look at her. Oh, I also got a new sticker, or a bunch of new stickers for my phone, and there's a Peekaboo now on here. So I have Toby, I have the birds, and I have Peekaboo. And a bumblebee and a chameleon and some plants. But aren't they cute? My friend and I just did a sticker bomb yesterday. And she did her phone and I did mine. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. You can't eat his food, I know. It makes you so sad. I also gave Toby a bath while I was away. And I did the whole shebang. I cleaned his teeth, I cut his nails, I did his anal glands, I gave him a bath, a blow dry. He is the cleanest chihuahua you've ever seen, with the just most fluffiest soft fur right now. And his teeth are beautiful. I got this machine. I think we had this from Thunder Time, now that I'm thinking about it. It's like a teeth cleaning machine for dogs, and Thunder never let us use it on him because he was very shy, but Toby let me use it on him, and now his teeth are like brand new. I got all the plaque off of his teeth. Like all of the hard plaque and tartar is off of the dog's teeth now, which is amazing. And he's clean, so he has clean teeth and clean fur, and he's beautiful. Peekaboo needs a bath. She doesn't need a bath. She's had a bath. I think I've given her 2 baths in the whole time we've had her, but I want to give her a 3rd bath. Because I feel like she looks like dusty, and I wonder if she's actually shiny, and she's just dusty. I mean, there's a possibility that she's just a dusty color. But do you see what I mean? She kind of looks like she's brown, but she's a gray cat. But do you see, like, brown? And I'm wondering if that's, like, if I wash her, will she be a perfect gray cat again, or is she just kind of got a dustiness to her coat? Eureka 7. Candy, am I supposed to start calling you Eureka now? Erica? Oh, Erica. Eureka. Erica. I guess you could spell Erica that way. Also, I went to the thrift store over the weekend with Alex, and I actually found, the sun can bleach their fur to a sort of rusty thing and whatnot, but she doesn't go in the sun. I mean, she'll sit in the sunshine if it comes into the house. She'll, like, lie down in a sunbeam, but she's an indoor cat. She's not very much exposed to actual sunlight. Like, it's not like she's sitting outdoors getting a tan. Are you just lying your head on my chest? That's so cute. Why did it change my name? I don't know, but Winged Matchbox has a new name. Louisa has a new name. Oh no, Winged Matchbox doesn't. Sun through the window is enough. Okay. Are you getting suntans? Is that why you look like so floofy and gray? Is that why you look dusty? Are you a dusty girl? So I went to the thrift store, which is awesome. Love going to the thrift store. I got that bowl plate that is a Monstera leaf. It was $4. Even though normally I don't buy plates and stuff for more than like $1 at my thrift store, it was $4, but it looked really pretty and it has the original stickers on it. So I was like, damn. I said it was a good deal for me. The other thing that I found at the thrift store, which was awesome, is a bunch of yarn, brand new, and I found a sweater quantity of yarn. I've already wound it into balls because I want to knit, and I wanted to get this all set. So these yarns, this is 12 50-gram balls of yarn that has been wound into 5. Why did I do 5? 5 balls of yarn. So this is two 50-gram balls, 2 50-gram balls. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This must be 3 then. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is 3 50-gram balls, and these are 2 50-gram balls. I just put them together so it would be like this is one body piece, that's one body piece, a sleeve, and then finishing. That's what my thought is. Finally, I'm catching alive again. This is some BS. It even says to chat as Candy Be Good. Oh, on mine it shows ERUKASEVEN, Erica 7 or Eureka 7. Hi all. Finally, I'm catching alive again. Doninus, welcome back, and I'm glad you're catching alive again. It's been 3 weeks since I have had alive because I had a mental health break. I don't know. I needed a break and I took a break. That's all. Anyway, this beautiful yarn, while it is red, it has enough stuff going on in it that I feel like it's not too red. So these balls, here, I'll show you up close the colors that are in it. There's red, but then there's also like turquoise, orange, pink. There's like silver metallic thread running through it. And this is 65% acrylic, 30% alpaca, and 5% nylon. So mostly acrylic, but it still has wool in it, like it's alpaca. So 30% alpaca, 65 acrylic, and 5 nylon. 50 grams. This is made in the UK, and the yarn is a Patons Maya Aran yarn. Patons Maya Aran yarn. Or Aran, A-R-A-N, yarn. Which, does it tell me the... It says 4.5 size knitting needles are what you should use with it. And it says hand wash only. But the point is... Hold on, it was the time. You're not alone with the need for a mental break. Thank you. Agreed. I agreed it was the time. But anyway, I think if I have 50 gram balls and I have 12 of them, I think that's enough to knit a sweater. As long as I don't do like any like heavy yarn use knitting. So I'm gonna knit Alex a sweater with this very fun, happy red base, but other colors yarn. I think this will be a fun sweater to knit. So that was $1 per ball. So I paid $12 for a sweater quantity of alpaca. It's not fully alpaca, but still $12 for an alpaca sweater is a very good deal. $12 for this much alpaca yarn is also a very good deal. The next thing I bought was just $1. I got 3 balls of yarn for $1, and this was even more exciting because the 3 balls of yarn that I got include 2 balls of opal sock weight yarn, and the 2 balls of opal sock weight yarn I got were full balls. The third ball is also opal sock weight, but it's about a half ball of yarn. Like whoever did it already made 1 sock, but this is an opal sock weight yarn. It doesn't tell... Oh, here it is. This one is supposed to look like a fish. Or the color of a fish. And I guess it's a collaboration with the animal thing. It's supposed to look like that, the colors of that fish. And I got it for $1. And this sock weight yarn, I've made a sweater from before, and it's my favorite. Also, this sock weight yarn worked well. I doubled up the weight of the yarn with another piece, and I knitted this sleeve with opal sock weight. So this is like a perfect heaviness for a sweater. So I'm gonna do another, this is gonna be for sleeves because I loved having knitted sleeves out of that yarn. But I thought we could like look for it and see if it's what it actually costs. I love finding out the thrift store stuff that I bought. Even though I don't resell any of the thrift store stuff that I buy, I love finding out that I got a good deal. I have like, it's like whatever is in hoarders' brains that makes them want to collect things. I have that same problem, except for it's like I need a deal. I love a deal. I love telling people about the deal I found, and I love finding a deal. Even if it has nothing to do with like making money. In my head, I'm like, I bought this opal sock yarn. I bought 3 balls of yarn for $1. If they were $15, then I am, brilliant. I feel brilliant. It makes me feel like like I did a good job. Let me see. Opal sock weight yarn. Let's see what the color is called. Opal pullover and sock and wool. And this stuff is 75% virgin wool and 25% some type of plastic. Let's see. Do you have the name? Do not use fabric softener. Okay. Opal sock yarn animal, what is this, wildlife action written, I'm just gonna write action yarn action with a K though. Okay, so this is a collaboration with, what the heck, how does Temu have opal sock yarn? I'm not buying off Temu. It just happened to be the first link. But how does Temu have that yarn? Okay, let's see. Opal, The Real Wool Shop. The Real Wool Shop in, Carlton Place, Ontario. YouTube did it. I didn't change my nickname. Not a doctor. Very good, very good. Okay, so what colors? Orange, green, blue. Ugh, I don't know why my nose started running today. Okay, $26 for this ball of yarn, and I got it 3 of them for $1. I'm happy with that. That's a great deal. I love a good deal. If you look in the world of girl math, basically I now have $23 to spend. That's not how it works, but you know. Well, I am a crafter. Everything I own is on purpose. Really, I swear. Exactly. It's not hoarding. Sorry. It's too cold to also be dealing with YouTube effing things up. Agreed. Have you ever recycled a knitted sweater? I saw a beautiful color at a thrift store and I was so close to buying it and undoing it. So yes and no. Yes, I have unwound a sweater. Sorry, my nose is like trying to make me sneeze, but I don't want to. Anyway, I have, and I've had good luck with it, but it's like you need to get a sweater that was knitted in a single piece, because if you get one that's like a cheap sweater, it's going to be cut. Like you'll have a million short pieces of yarn as opposed to one really long piece of yarn. So the best way to figure that out is look for one that doesn't have any seams around the middle of the sweater. Like there will be seams somewhere, but if you can avoid having seams down the side, you're more likely to be able to harvest the whole sweater easily. So that's awesome. But these were great because these are brand new. They were all in packaging and they were in bags. So they were like safe wherever they were last. I have a bruise on my arm. I have bruises all over me. My niece did this. I have a bruise. I went and got blood done yesterday. I'm having my hormones checked to see if my face and stuff has to do with my hormones. I also want to cut my hair. Hair loss is a reality now. I believe that for real, Louisa. My sister had hair loss after her baby, after Elizabeth. And the hair that she has growing back now, it's like she has a full head of hair that's this long, but then all of the rest of her hair is only half of a head of hair worth of hair. It's kind of wild. Okay, so we are going to be knitting a sweater. That's one of my plans. I also wanted to show you this really pretty clay that I harvested. I actually harvested, I'll show you what it looks like before it's processed, because it looks like rocks, and it feels pretty cool to find rocks that will turn into clay. Also this, isn't this cool? It's a monstera leaf, look. Here's a real monstera leaf, and here's one that's a plate. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. Okay, I have, I think, 3 different colors of clay here. First of all, I need you to listen to how hard it is. Would you find this and think it was clay, or would you think you found a rock? First of all, shows you how nice and sturdy clay is. This is not even fired. This is just clay that has been pressed together and let dry. So here's clay. What? That's not clay, Laura. That's a rock. Here's another piece of clay. What? That's just a rock, Laura. So what I did with these is I smashed them into smaller pieces. I did this over the course of about a week. I'm sorry, my nose is running and I know it's probably gross. Anyway, I smashed them into smaller pieces. Then in my mortar and pestle, I crushed them into powder. Then I sieved the powder through a strainer. Then I soaked the powder for a couple of days. Then I poured off the water that was in with the powder, which had at that point sunk to the bottom and turned into clay. Then I put the clay through coffee strainers to remove the rest of the water and leave the clay behind. And now what I've been left with is perfect, sorry, my hands touched the edge of it. Perfect, muddy, beautiful clay. It doesn't get all over your hands once you're moving it around, but when you first start touching it, it does. But then once you start heating it up and moving it in your hands, I haven't made it into anything because I'm enjoying playing with it. And now that it's winter, I'm not going to be able to harvest any more clay because now it's going to be all hidden under snow. But I just want you to see how pretty it is up close when it squishes. Ready? Look at this. Do you see how beautiful that squish is? Like, look, if I don't pull, if I just squish, oh, it's so pretty. So I've been putting it into my hands pretty much every night and just mushing it around and playing with it because I enjoy it, but I haven't made it into anything. And additionally, I'm not going to be able to fire it until next spring anyway. I don't have access to a fire pit now until next spring. So really, I have until next spring to play with this clay and turn it into a pot before we're going to fire it. And I already wedged it, but I've been just sort of screwing around with it every night and just playing with it. And then I add a little bit of water and then I put it back into its plastic bag. Eventually, this will turn into a pot. I have handmade pots that is made with the same... It's not the same clay because I got it from a different location, but it's the same because it's from the same geological location, just not the same specific. I'll show you, is my point. So after it gets fired, which for me just means I will make a hot fire, let it burn down until there's just coals left, and then I'll put the pottery on top, and then I'll cover it in more firewood. That's what I did for these ones. And this is the color of this same type of clay once it's fired. It's not hard fired, it's fired in a fireplace. This broke off during the firing, but I decided to keep it anyway. Just a handmade clay pot. So that's probably what this will turn into, is a handmade clay pot. But oh my god, I love the feeling of natural clay. It's like so good for you, and it's so heavy. And it kind of smells like poo. Not poo, but like it kind of has like a... It's not unpleasant. It's kind of poo-like though. Not human poo. It's kind of like, you know, like when you smell cow manure and it doesn't make you gag, but you know it's poo? It's like that kind of a smell where you're like, it's not disgusting, but like someone who doesn't like mud probably wouldn't like the smell of this clay. Earthy. Yeah, totally earthy. Anyway, totally movable, totally nice, and like it doesn't crack when I'm actually like forming stuff with it. So it's going to be a small pot. And the fun thing to do is to just play with it for a few minutes, then put it back in its Ziploc bag, which has a little bit of water. I just spray water in it every couple of days to keep it wet. And actually there is a little clay on my hands still, so I'm gonna go wash my hands. Just in case it is got life in it that I don't want it to have. Oh, why is my nose running? It wasn't running, and now it is. Ugh. Wow, I missed talking to you guys. I feel like I've been, well, I have been, not I feel like. Being gone for 3 weeks is a long time. What else did I want to show you that like I have physically to show you? Oh, do you like all my new mushrooms? I have little tiny mushrooms inside of all of my plants, just for fun. Okay, let's get knitting needles. Let's start thinking about what we're gonna knit, or how we're gonna knit, rather. Not what. We know what we're knitting. Where is my knitting stuff? There it is. Knitting. We can decide on what we're gonna do for the sleeves and for the whatnot. Oh, also, do you want to hear something really cool? There's actually a lot of really cool things. I just have to, I want to get to them naturally. I don't want to like jump ahead. So I went to the dentist the other day and I just had to get a cleaning because I'm an adult. And the dental hygienist said, you're my easiest clean of the day. And I said, really? And then she said, yeah, you must floss every day. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I flossed yesterday for the first time since the day before the last time I came to the dentist. I flossed last night, and the time that I flossed before last night was a night before I went to the dentist last time. And she said, well, you must have a really good toothbrush then, because your teeth, no cavities today. And I said, thank you. Amazing. And she said, you're my easiest one of the day. And my sister was with me with Elizabeth. Oh, no, with Alistair. Alistair came to my dentist appointment because he has to go to the dentist. And we wanted him to, not be scared. And then, because I was at the dentist and my sister came, she was driving me, so then that's why Alistair ended up coming. She ended up signing up for the dentist while she was there, because she was like, well, I'm already here. Let's just, not sign up. It's already her dentist. It's the same dentist that I went to when I was a child. Let me see, 5 millimeters? This recommends 4.5. Do you think if I go with 5, that'll be okay? Anyway, so Alistair ended up going to the dentist, and so did my sister. We all got our teeth cleaned, not on the same day, but because I went with them, they also signed up and got their appointments booked and were able to, get in with the dentist. You know what I just realized? I'm going to make myself a hat. That's what I'm going to do with this. Wouldn't that be a cute little hat for winter? So anyway, that was awesome. And then Julia, my sister, she was told she also had great teeth, which is great because both of us were really scared that we were going to end up having 1,000 cavities. And we didn't, which is awesome. Okay, so let's look at my needle sizes. These were a gift last Christmas, I believe, from Sid, and they have been such a useful gift that I've used many a time and I have loved the whole time. So as much as I don't like spending a lot of money on stuff, I didn't spend the money on these, but they're very good. So there's my recommend. These are Knit Picks short interchangeable needles in the mosaic wood set. They're very pretty. And I just don't know what size I need to go with. I could do a hat just so that we could work on something that makes me feel like I'm getting into knitting again, which would be great. Crochet or knit. I want to knit something. I'm in a knitting mood and I want to get myself back comfortable with knitting again so that I can knit a sweater. I guess I could use a really tiny needle because it's really tiny yarn. What size do you use when you're using socks? They're itty bitty, aren't they? Maybe 3.5. Will that be horrific to knit with? Not with a yarn that's that tiny, right? 3.5 should be just fine. That's a US size 4. I'm not an expert knitter, in case it was not clear. I would say I'm a little farther than novice. What would you call a level of knitting that's I would not call, I'm not an expert of any kind. I'm doing my best. But that being said, oh, right, I had a story about the doctor. A 2 or a 3? Well, I don't have a 2 or a 3. I have a 4. A 4 is the smallest size I have. So that's what we're going to use because I have a 4, which is 3.75 millimeters. I'm just taking my 5 millimeters off right now and putting them back into the container. I know you can't see down here, so I'm just letting you know. So I was at the dentist and I was wearing my black knitted sweater, the one that is black and green and purple that I knitted last fall. I had it for last Halloween. So I was wearing that sweater casually, chill, and a lady came up to me and tapped on my shoulder and said, "Did you make your sweater?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And she said, "Is that both knit and crochet?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And then she said something like, "Oh, I want to get back into knitting. I haven't knitted in a long time and I want to get back from knitting and get back to knitting." And I said, "You should, and you should get into crochet." And she said, "I do crochet. I don't do it often, but I do it and I want to get better at it. I want to make more wearables." And I said, "I know someone who can help you with that." And she said, "What?" And I said, "Have you heard of Last Minute Laura on YouTube?" She said, "No, of course not." Or else she would have known who I was, which she definitely did not know. And I said, "Well, I have a YouTube channel. I teach knitting and crochet as my job. Of course, at that point, I had already been off for a week and a half, and I was going to be off for another week and a half yet, so I'm telling her, sign up to my channel. But really, I'm like, I'm actually not going to be there, though, for a bit, so just forgive me. Anyway, she, right in front of me, went onto my channel, got all excited about all the tutorials on the channel, and then subscribed right in front of me. First of all, I felt like dying because that's so embarrassing trying to be like, join my channel in public at the dentist, but she did. And then she was like, oh my God, you do live streams? And I said, yeah, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. And she said, oh, I work from home. I'll join your live stream. And I was like, that's literally what it's for. That's literally who is there, is people who are at their computer for jobs. Like, welcome to the chat. And yeah, so we got a new friend. She might not be here today, but the point is, wear your handmade things out in public all the time, and then when people compliment you, tell them to join us. Because they want to. If someone is willing to come up to you and compliment your handmade item and ask questions about your, it's not just, oh, did you make that? Okay, have a good day. Like, she was asking me questions about it. If someone's interested enough to ask you questions about your handmade, I think you should tell them about the live stream, because this is such a fun place for us to hang out together, and I just made me feel nice. Let me see how this looks. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. Why are you not? Why did? Oh, because it's not on. It's not on Wi-Fi. Why didn't I turn it on Wi-Fi? Anywho, so I have a good vibe from that, and then what else do I have good vibes from? Oh, I missed you guys. I didn't realize how much I was missing. I did realize. Sorry, I have a bit of makeup. I can see it on my hand. I'm just gonna clean it off. All right, good. We got you. Hello. Welcome. Ta-da. There, this way we can figure out. Like this, maybe? Is that? That's not terrible. Anyway, we can figure out how many stitches we need for a hat in the round. We need this many. I need to Google it. Well, I am from Germany. I don't know what they are, if they're called the same sizes. Fair enough. They might be called different things, but I feel like some parts of some of the numbers are gonna overlap, aren't they? Like, they have like G for America, and then we use the British way, so we have like the millimeter size. Okay, let's see. How many stitches in the round to knit a hat with sock weight yarn and, what did I say, 4 millimeters? 3.75? 3.5 millimeter on sock weight yarn and 3.5 millimeter needles. Let's see if the let's see, the number of stitches required to knit a hat with sock weight yarn and 3.5 millimeter needles depends on your personal gauge and desired size, but typically requires 96 to 120 stitches. To get a precise number, knit a gauge swatch to find your stitches. Should I? Desired head circumference times stitches per inch equals total stitches. Fine. Let's just... Should we just be grown-ups and make a swatch? Ugh. Who wants to make a swatch ever? Not me. But you know what? If that's gonna make my perfect, gorgeous, perfect hat, my winter hat for this year, how many stitches are in a gauge swatch, folks? 20? Ugh, what a waste of my time. But it's also, I'm working in the round, so my stitches per inch or whatever are going to be different, first of all. Disrespectful. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. Also, Toby now knows 3 tricks. Toby is very intelligent. Did you start from the top or from the band? I'm going to start from the band, because that's what I want to do. Will it have stretch still? I feel like, yeah, a knitted, right? Knits still have stretch at the first row. It's crochets that don't, right? I think. I hope. We're going to be doing like a brim on it, a knit, purl brim. So I'm just gonna make I'll just do a swatch. Because you know what? I'm not in a rush. I mean, technically I am. It is straight up winter here. Now, November 9th was our first winter day. Last year, I was picking bouquets from my garden on November 13th. So I know winter came earlier this year than it did last year. That's probably big enough for a swatch, right? How much do I even need? I said I was going to count, but I'm actually just not counting. Just making a little rectangle-sized swatch. I mean, I love looking at a swatch. I hate the time of knitting something for no reason. A swatch to me is knitting for no reason, and I mean everything I knit technically is for no reason, but it feels like it's not for no reason. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Anyway, I'm going to be doing the brim of the hat as my beginning, and then I like to do a decrease, like just an even decrease all the way around over several rows to get to the top. I feel like that's such an easy way. I think that's probably enough for a gauge swatch. We don't need it to be crazy. Of course, I'm going to be the person. How much does a sock require? How much is a sock and a hat? Like, if this makes 2 socks, will it make 1 hat? I'm sure it'll make 1 hat. 2 right, 2 purl. I would measure my head and go a bit smaller, but I've not knitted in years. You would do 2 knit, 2 purl? Well, I know for the first row, I need to do knit across because I want to have a little border. Oh wait, no I don't. I want it to be a hat. Like I want it to have the brim. So I guess I will do. You think knit 2, purl 2 is a better bet than knit 1, purl 1? I mean, if you say so, I'll do it, but... Ew, the first row after not knitting in a while? Yuck. Do you see the work that I have to do right now? Do you see how hard that was for no reason? Okay, then we're gonna insert as if to purl. Oops, we're gonna try. That first row is always a little sketchy after you've not knit for a while. I was in Toronto all day yesterday with my friend at her house. We did girl dinner and had a great time, obviously. Love my friend. But also Alex joined us in the afternoon, which was lovely. Alex is friends with her also, so that's why. But Toby came with us and we just hung out all day. It was lovely. But it started snowing when we arrived. Lordy. All right. As I said, I haven't knitted in a long time. That's fair. I haven't knitted in... I don't know how long it's been, but I feel like it's got to be close to a year. It feels like it's been a while. But I liked the stretch on it. Okay, fair. What is it, Beelzebub? Who are you saying hi to like that? Ugh. Tiny, tiny yarn. Come on. Hi. I hear you. Are one of you guys doing crimes? Are you telling on your sister? Beelzebub? No, she's not even doing anything. Snow. Well, it is Canada. It's not just snow, though. It literally, like, winter hit us hard in one day. Like, Alex had to shovel all at once. Usually, snow kind of creeps up on us. We get a few... Sorry, my yarn is so tiny, and this is harder than it needs to be for some reason. Anyway, usually the snow creeps up on us. Hold on. Knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit. Ooh, gosh, this is going to be easier after I do the first row. It's going to be easier after the first row. Anyway, usually winter creeps up on us and we have like a couple of weeks where it gets cold and it starts to snow a little, but the snow doesn't stick to the ground. This year, literally, there's a foot of snow on the ground over, like, all at once. It never gave us any warning. We did not have time to prepare. If we did have time to prepare, I would have pulled all of the rest of my plants yesterday. If I knew it was going to happen, I would have finished buttoning up my garden. I didn't finish buttoning it up because I thought we were going to still have a couple weeks, or like at least a week. And like Alex said, we're expecting snow this week. I just ignored him. I just said, I don't believe that. Oh Lord, I am going to scream. This is not easy when I haven't been knitting in a while. Oh golly. Lol, you should invent a mantra app. Snow, well, it is Canada. Yeah, we had frost last night and a freeze tonight. Knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit. It'll be so much easier after my first row. I already know that. Knit, knit, purl. It's just because I did my first row a little tight here. Purl, purl. But once I get that first row done, we'll be way quicker. We'll be moving way quicker. Knit, knit, purl. Come on, purl. 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 And when I was gone, Dick Cheney died. Don't know if any of you cared about that. I didn't personally care, but all of the people that I watch, political people, which is not very many, I'm going to be honest. It's pretty left-leaning. They were all like really happy about it. Was he a bad person? I don't know. But people all of the left-leaning people seemed to be celebrating it, which tells me he was right-wing. Purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl. He shot a guy while he was vice president. Oh, okay. Why did he do that? He shouldn't have done that. You really shouldn't shoot people. It's like hot take. You shouldn't do that. As a Canadian with no access to firearms, you really shouldn't shoot people. It's like bad for you. On a hunting trip, it was supposedly an accident. Did he shoot him to death? Like, did he murder the person? Or did the person recover? Like, did they go like, it's okay that Dick Cheney shot me? Does the person feel like it was an accident? Nah, the guy lived. Well, if the guy lived, couldn't he be like, I think Dick Cheney shot me on purpose? Knit, knit. Purl. It was the guy he was hunting with. Imagine. How embarrassing. Okay, and then we're going to do another knit, but first I'm going to do a yarn over so that I have one more. One extra stitch. Yarn over. Hold on. Yarn over. And then one final knit. Now I have 2 knits. There. So now I did knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl away across for this amount of stitches. Oh yeah, we joked about it for ages. Okay. Well, cool. I don't know. All the left-wing people are like, boo, Dick Cheney. And I'm left-wing, and I don't know who he is or anything about him, which is probably because I'm Canadian, but also probably because I'm a millennial. But because of that, I was like, he must be bad news if everybody hates him, but I'm not looking into it because I just don't care right now. I can't. Sorry. Purl, purl, knit, knit. Okay. Sorry, I don't have the mental space to care. My brain is broke. I can't. Sorry, Dick Cheney. I don't get to care about you because I have mental health problems. However, excuse me, my mental health, it's less bad than it was when I left. So that's good, right? Better to have reasonable, somewhat bad mental health than really bad mental health. I wasn't like unalivable or anything. Like I wasn't that kind of bad mental health. It was more just like spiraling. I don't get like in the dark and twisties where you have to worry about my safety or the safety of anyone else. I don't get that kind of mental health crisis. My mental health problems are more like just like hopeless in the way like it's never gonna get better. Not hopeless in the way like I don't want to be here. Hopeless in the way like I broke it, it's broken, everything's broken. But now I'm feeling much better about it. About it all. I mean, I did go to therapy several times while I was away, And my therapist is super cool. My new therapist. My current therapist is on maternity leave, so I can't talk to her. But my new therapist, who I've now seen 3 times, is super nice, super chill, and also realistic. When I say things that are crazy, she goes, okay, so let's break that down a little bit. And then I feel better because she's like, let's think about it. Are you giving anyone else agency in the scenario when you, like, a lot of the stuff I think I can fix, or I think that I broke it? And my therapist reminded me that every single person who I think I broke something, they also have agency. Every person gets to make choices all the time. Isn't that crazy? I know that to be true. And yet, when you hear a therapist say it, sometimes it's like, huh, really? You're saying that person also could have chosen differently? Yes, but they didn't. Everyone is at fault for everything always. Okay, you're right. 2 forward, 2 back was a good choice. Hey there, Michelle. Good morning. The color change is beautiful right now, too. All right, we'll do a few more rows of the knit, purl, purl, and then we'll switch to just stockinette to see how many stitches per inch we need. For my gauge, that is. And then we can start. We don't have to do a full swatch, right? Like, I don't need to complete the swatch. I just need to get far enough in the swatch that I can count. Right? Right. Oh, I missed talking to you guys. For real, it's so nice to see you. I'm really glad you're here. I'm really glad you came. I'm really glad you decided to come back. I missed you. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to get back together. Like, I was worried that you would find another streamer to entertain you. The sadness, the worry. You know what actually gave me my first anxiety feeling in a while? The day before yesterday, I was setting up the stream because I was like, I want to make it so people can find it the day before, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I was setting up the stream, and then I saw another streamer on YouTube was live talking about knitting and crochet, and I was like, I've been replaced! And then I just logged off. I missed you. I missed you too. I'm glad we're all back. And I'm back, as far as I'm planning, I'm back regular time, regular amount. I'm still dealing with my vibes, so I'm moving a little bit more slowly through the world at this moment, and I'm just trying to accept that's appropriate. You don't always need to be on full steam, and so I'm gonna just not be on full steam. I'm gonna just keep working at the speed that I can. I filmed a video for you guys that is not a crochet tutorial, but I still think it's gonna be good. That's pretty. I still think it's gonna be good because it is a dried flower unboxing video. Like, I already did it. I unpacked all of the pressed flowers that we pressed together a few weeks before I went away. And then I also pressed a whole bunch of new flowers in the video. Like, I took the last of the flowers and I put them into my, oops, hold on, Laura. I stopped counting. I put them into my flower press and into my dictionary and into my thesaurus, encyclopedia, whatever I have. And I think it'll be a cute video. It's really pretty, so I hope that it'll be okay. But my face isn't in it. My face took the entire 3 weeks to heal. I've had these, like, weird rashes showing up on my face. They're kind of like, they looked kind of like a zit, but they also kind of looked like a rash. It was like somewhere between a bunch of zits and a rash all sitting on my face for weeks and weeks, which was a huge bummer. I really didn't enjoy it. It hurt. It didn't feel good. Were they warm? The rashes? No, it more felt like raw skin. Like, it was like here. And you can even see. Do you see how this line is way more visible on this side? Like, look. Do you see this one goes straight? This one goes here. It's because the skin is still pulling. Like, the skin is still dry right underneath. And it's pulling the line down. Look. So, it's not entirely fully healed yet. hold on, that was a pearl. So, yeah, I had to do 2 weeks of antibiotics to, oh, you can't see this again. Sorry, I'm holding it near my face because it's hard for me to see because it's little stitches. Anyway, I, knit, pearl, right? Pearl, oh, 2 pearls, pearl. Anyway, I wouldn't call them itchy, but they were uncomfortable. Itchy makes it feel like I wanted to touch them. I definitely didn't want to touch them. They were sore. It felt like raw skin. Kind of looked like blisters. The theories that I had were like impetigo, hand, foot, mouth, some kind of cold sore, like extreme, what else? My doctor determined it was probably some kind of bacterial infection on my skin that I was having a hard time fighting because I was a lot of stress. So I had an antibiotic to hopefully kill it. And it looks like it's healing. It looks like I've got mostly okay skin now. It wasn't zits. I don't get zits anymore. I'm in my 30s. Like, I'm pretty much past that. So getting any sort of skin breakout is like super weird on my skin now because it's just sort of, I'm past that point. But anyway, it looks like it's almost better. I'm hoping this will like heal over time, like so that it can be, I think I don't even know what needs to fix. It's like normally like that, but it's super low. And it makes it look like I'm frowning all the time, which I'm not. Anyway, it's doing better though. It's just weird though. I don't normally have any skin issues, but I have been super stressed, so it could just be my skin was making rashy, like I had extra histamines or something, you know? That's possible. Wouldn't be surprised because I wasn't doing great. But anyway, antibiotics seem to have helped. I'm also doing, like I said, I did blood work for my hormones to see if that has anything to do with it. And so far, well, I have another appointment on Wednesday, so we'll find out on Wednesday. And then I don't have therapy until next week. Anyway, I'm doing all the work. I'm taking care of myself as best as I can. I'm going to the doctor. Your face was making rash life choices. Ha! But literally, though. But it was. It was being rash, literally. Thank you. Da-dum-ch. Thank you. You forgot the cymbals. Drum cymbals. I have to pee now. 1 sec. I'm going to finish this row. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll go pee. And then when I come back, I'll do a couple of rows of stockinette, and then from there, we'll be able to count our stitches per inch. That's got a pretty good amount of stretch, I think. Not really. I feel like it could have a better amount of stretch. Maybe my cast on needs to be loose. Anyway, here's what the brim will look like. Knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. I hope the rash is on its way out, though. Me too. Okay, I'm going to turn the music up just a little so you have some music, and then I'm going to turn the microphone off, and then I'll be back in just a minute. Me too. Long tail cast on is also what I use. Okay, BRB. Did they literally do crimes the moment I left? As soon as I come back, I read the chat every time, and I see birds up to no good, phone perch, like as soon as I leave. I also want to show you something here before we get back into the knitting, and that is I am making something. I don't know what. I don't know if I'm making alcohol or kombucha, and I don't know how to tell, if I could be completely honest with you. I started by making what was supposed to be, it was supposed to be Sprite. I did it with pine needles, and then I finished with the Sprite, and that's all well and good, but it didn't taste very good. So I decided I would add mulberries and sugar. Ooh, it smells like kombucha. Oh, it smells like alcohol. Oh my god, I just burned my nose on alcohol. Oh, it just made my eyes cry. Let's make Alex take a big whiff and see if it makes him sneeze or anything. Hey, Alex, can you take a big whiff of something? Take a big sniff. Like, get your whole face in there. Okay, good. Okay, good. Not alcohol, kombucha. Okay, he said it's like kvass, which I think, I didn't even ask, but he would have said something else. It's fermenting, not alcohol. But let me show you up close. You can see it's bubbling. Hold on. You see the bubbles? It's bubbling, I promise. Oh, here, you might be able to hear it. Ready? Let me turn the mic or the music down. Listen, listen, listen close. Do you hear it? Hold on. Can you hear it? And yeah, that's going to be fermented, so alcohol. Well, right now, it's not alcohol. Right now, it's kombucha adjacent. And I have these super fun lids and this thing. So after I close it, I can vacuum seal it so it won't explode. Watch this, ready? Watch, once I vacuum seal it, look at all the bubbles. Isn't that cool? I made it with science. So that's something I'm working on. That definitely isn't going to be safe to drink because I'm doing zero knowledge with it. I'm literally just doing it. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? It's probably not able to make hooch. I can probably only make wine. Like, how much alcohol is even in... How much sugar is even available for the alcohol to turn into? You know what I mean? It's mulberries, a little bit of honey. Wow, it's bubbling like crazy. That's pretty cool. Anyway, back to knitting. I know, very interesting. Where's Candace? What is happening? Am I just gonna... We're all just gonna pretend Candace is just allowed to not show up? What is she thinking? Okay, now I'm gonna just switch to stockinette because I don't care about doing more of this. I'm just going to go into knit stitching, and then we'll knit across, purl across, knit across, purl across. We'll do a few rows just to see. Unsure. I'm sorry. That's okay. She's probably sleeping because Candace, for those of you who didn't know, is a total night owl who stays up all night, usually stays up all night until after the stream and then goes to sleep. So she probably just stayed up all night and then went to sleep and forgot that we had a live stream today. That's okay. We miss you, Candace. We'll see you when you get back. As long as you're sleeping and not unwell, then I'm fine with it. Okay, so the colors are fun, good vibes. I might even double up my strands with the brown yarn. I have a brown yarn here that is, I love the thickness of the single sock yarn though. I love that that thickness. It's not super warm, but it's pretty. Did you see the picture of my seed binder in chat? By the way, I did see it. Amazing. Lots of seeds in there. You and me are going to have to do a seed swap, I think. I think you and me are going to have to talk about our seeds and swap some. I have lots of seeds now, but I also have a few like desired plants for next year. Oh, I have good news. I bought a tree. So I think it was, who was it? Was it Raven or was it Slinky who was saying it? It was either Raven or Slinky who was saying, I think it was Slinky now that I'm thinking it. You need to get a tree for your garden. I don't have any trees. I only have perennial plants. I don't have any shrubs, just perennial plants and annual plants in my garden. So I bought a chokecherry tree. I paid, I believe, $5 for it. I have some Queen Sophia marigold seeds if you want some of those. Queen Sophia marigold. Let's see what that is. Queen Sophia. Sorry, I'm left-handed. Marigold. What do those look like? Queen Sophia is an award-winning marigold. Ooh. Okay, I think I call those gold yellow bicolor. So I actually have Queen Sophia. I didn't know it was called that. I've just called it like red and gold or orange and gold bicolor. Pretty though. Ooh, that's affordable. Yeah, totally. So I haven't been buying trees because trees are like, they're expensive. I know this. This is, hold on a sec. Yeah, trees are expensive. So I haven't been buying trees. Why are you locked? We want to move this over here. And then we want to move this over here. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you can watch me knit, but it's hard because I'm not like in a good location. Actually, I guess this could go here. And that can go like this. Good. Anyway, $5 I paid for a chokecherry tree, which sounds like a tree that you wouldn't be able to use for things. Let me finish my row and then I'll show you. Hold on. Did I just do a row and now I'm turning around? Yes. Why am I doing another row of knit? Because I don't want the thing to flip up. Hold on. Anyway, I got a chokecherry tree. It's small right now. It's probably about 3.5 feet. It looks like it's 5 feet tall in my backyard because the pot that I put it in is about 2 feet tall. So it's currently about 5 feet tall, but the tree itself is probably 3.5 feet tall. It's not that big. Maybe about 2.5 feet wide, 3.5 feet tall. And it's lovely. It has cherries all over it because the chokecherry tree comes ripe in the fall. They're kind of like crab apples. They're not cherry. They look like cherries. They hang off of the tree in single berries that look like a cherry. They have a long stem like a cherry, but the fruit itself is hard and kind of crab apple-y. But it's called a chokecherry because it's very astringent when the fruit is raw. If you eat the fruit raw, it'll pucker your mouth out. Very astringent, very like, I want to say like, it's not bitter. It's like dry. It's like very dry. So, yeah, it's very pretty though. The leaves turn like a really pretty color. Let me show you. Chokecherry. A North American shrub or small tree known for its white spring flowers and tart dark red summer fruit that can be used in jams, jellies, and wines. So, okay. Thanks for clicking the like button, guys. Appreciate you. Okay. So, it looks like this. Mine is not quite so fruited. It doesn't have quite so many fruits on it. Mine, I would say, is more like, it's more sparse like this. It's not particularly heavily fruited. But it's a beautiful little tree, and it'll grow into like a pretty reasonable sized tree. Choke cherry versus choke berry. No, mine is a choke cherry, not a choke berry. Choke cherry, Ontario. And let's see what we've got for choke cherry uses. Jam. It's gonna be like jam. Choke cherry recipes. Let's just pick, oh, there we go. 12 plus choke cherry recipes for your wild harvest. Mine's not a wild harvest, but it's okay. Sorry if the live stream is a little bit choppy when I'm on the internet. Choke cherry recipes can be hard to find, but that doesn't mean they aren't delicious, though people have mostly forgotten how to prepare this once common wild food. There are plenty of tasty recipes using choke cherries to try at home. They're incredibly abundant. They are other stone fruits. They grow in bunches. And it doesn't matter if the harvesters are bears, raccoons, humans. Hands make quick work of the fruit clusters. A cluster of wild choke cherries. Note, the pits are large. I've also included a leaf to help with identification. Oh, that person's nice. Are they toxic? Yes, just like all stone fruits. Naturally occurring hydrocyanic acid. Let's see. Sorry, my computer is very sad. Choke cherry juice. Start by cooking the cherries in a covered saucepan with water. In about 15 minutes, they should completely fall apart. Be gentle, don't crush the pits. After that, strain it through a piece of cheesecloth. It takes 5 to 6 pounds to make 4 cups of juice. It'll be cloudy, and that's from the pectin. If you want it a bit clearer, simply refrigerate it overnight, and that will settle out. Making choke cherry juice is the first step in most modern choke cherry recipes. Okay. Well, I don't really care about what I can make with it. I'm going to be honest. The reason that I got it was because it has berries on it that birds like, which I think is great. And then it also has, it's pretty. That's nice. Lol, it's okay. I have a ton of seeds that I can send. A lot is food stuff, but I can go through it with you at some point so we can get you some stuff sent up that way. Oh, that'd be awesome. Same thing with you and mine. Hey, I'm so happy to see you here. Melanie, thank you. I'm happy to see you here. Why is everyone's username different? What happened? Why did the YouTube algorithm change it? Now all of your usernames are different, and I don't like it. Melanie Meanders. Candace Matatal 91116. Sorry guys, at the doctor's. I'll catch you with sound when you get home, but so good to see you back, Laura. Missed you, Candace. Missed you all. Okay, so also same, hate this. Lol, it deleted our preferred names. I don't appreciate it. I was gone for 3 weeks, YouTube. First of all, act like I die much. Bit rude, if you ask me. Bit rude of YouTube to do such a thing. All right, so we're working on a swatch because I'm an adult and swatches are for adults. Don't know if you knew that. We are doing a swatch for a hat. I'm going to make a knitted hat to get myself back into knitting before I start knitting a new sweater, because I want to knit a sweater. And before I do that, I need to do a swatch, and I need to do a hat. The yarn is so pretty. I think so too. I hope that it looks good. I think I want to mix it with another color though. Like, it's pretty on its own, don't get me wrong, but I think I want to do 2 strands now that I'm looking at it. Boy, do I have some stories. Suspense till Wednesday. Awesome. Looking forward to it. I have stories too. I've got lots that happened. The first week I was away, I literally did everything I could to do all the things that I like. I harvested black walnuts when I found them under a tree. Alex and I harvested a basket worth, like probably close to a 5-gallon bucket worth, just off the ground. They were just ground fall from a black walnut tree. And then I used those black walnuts to dye something. I dyed a white dress, and it's now black walnut brown, which is very pretty in my opinion. And then I did some yarn dyeing the first week as well. I harvested the clay the first week as well. Turned the clay into workable clay over the next 2 weeks. And hold on. One sec here. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I have to think. And that's hard for me. Thinking is hard. There. Anyway, I did a bunch, and then I went, and what else did I do? I did all of my garden cleanup. I got my garden all ready for winter, which is awesome. It feels good to have it all set up. I also was able to kind of identify all of my stuff. Oh, also, so exciting to me. I went to a garden center that had all of its stuff on clearance. So there were things that were usually like $10.99, which is like a 6-inch perennial. A 6-inch perennial, usually $10.99. They were on sale for, ready for this, $2.50. So I bought yellow yarrow. I have been trying my best not to buy it all year because it's the wild yarrow where I live. Yellow yarrow is like the yellow and white are like the two colors that like exist in the road, like on the side of the road, you know, when you're driving on the highway, you know how there's like plants, shrubbery before like trees or whatever. Some of the plants and shrubbery include white and yellow yarrow. That's a native where I live, but I don't have any yellow because I haven't been able to pull over. Whenever I see it on the highway, when we're driving, it's not pullover location. So I've been having it in my head over the last couple of years, like I'm going to collect yellow yarrow wild from the side of the road. I'm not buying it because it would be offensive because it's the wild plant here. I can't buy white yarrow because it is everywhere. Like it is in every roadside. And I felt the same about yellow. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to grow it, to find it this year, but I still want yellow yarrow in my collection of yarrows. So anyway, it was on sale for $2.50, regular $10.99. I bought one. I also, for $2.50, regular $10.99, bought a Cheyenne Spirit, I think it's called. It's an echinacea, or is it a Cheyenne Spirit? It'll know. Coneflower. It's a coneflower. I'll show it to you now because I know you're very interested in the things that I buy. I mean, I sure am. Hold on a sec here. So this is the colors of the Cheyenne Spirit, and the container that I got had some visible this color, this like reddish pink. So I already have in my collection of coneflowers, I already have like the purple colored one, and I used to have yellow, but I think it died. A lot of the ones that were at the store were yellow, but I found a few that had this like red tone in it. So I picked up one that has this red tone in it. I think Cheyenne Spirit is each plant has a different color flower. I don't think that you get a plant that has multiple colors on it. Like it looks like it's one plant that has lots of colors, but I think each plant has its own color. And I think the color I picked up is this one. So it's a big bunch. And it probably has a couple different colors in it, but most likely those other colors will be pink or yellow. But the main thing that I was excited for was that like reddish pink, because I don't have that in a coneflower. So I picked up one of them in the reddish pink, kind of like this sort of bright red, hot pink. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's like this. Anyway, I'm very excited about it because I really wanted to have that color. I've grown it from seed over the course of a few years, and I never get that color. It just seems I always get the regular colors, which is fine. They're still beautiful, but they're not the color that I was hoping to get. So my big, beautiful plan was to just keep trying to start from seed, but I was able on this occasion to find it as a baby plant. So I purchased it, I planted it. What else did I get? I got Cheyenne Spirit, I got yarrow, and I got a third one. What did I get? I don't recall what the third one was, but I also got the choke cherry on not the same day, but now the perennials I've added to my stuff is I got a new hosta from my sister. I got Cheyenne Spirit. I got Yellow Yarrow. And I got the chokecherry. There's something else I missed, but that's all right. We'll figure that out later. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful small stitch that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I just don't know if that'll even be warm with it being that narrow. That's why I think I want to do 2 strands of yarn. But that allows us to count anyway, how wide we need. Like, hold on. Let me get my... Well, you guys don't have to run. You're fine. Silly birds. Do you need a new hat? Oh, you're literally wearing a hat. I was going to say, do you need a new hat for this year? Okay, so that would be 21, 22 inches around. Is that big or small? What's a normal sized head? Where's the hat going to go? Over my ears? Probably like there is what I need for the brim. And the brim would have us at 23. Okay. I'm not good at measuring myself. So if I have 23 inches... I need to have how many per inch? Let's see what 1 inch has. One, two, three, 4, 5. 5 stitches per inch, and I have 21. 20 times 5, 100, right? 100. And then, what did I say? That's 20, and I said it was 23 or 22. So 110, 110, but this is wool, and if it's too big, I can wash it hot. So let's do 120, I think. And do I want to do 2 strands? Because if I do 2 strands, my thought was to do the brown, and that would tame down these colors. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing that. Do you think this strand... Do you think I need a bigger needle then if I'm using 2 strands of yarn? Honestly, probably not. I'll probably be fine. But you know what? Just because I didn't like using this needle, I'm going to go up 1 size, and then I'll do 2 strands of yarn, and then I won't adjust my gauge. What's the point of doing a gauge swatch if you're immediately going to change the size of the needle and the size of the yarn? You literally are not doing a gauge swatch then. That gauge swatch was silly and pointless. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, we'll just go up 1 size. So we'll go up from a US size 4 up to a US size 5. We will continue with the exact same stitch counts. And going up to a US size 5 means that we will be okay using 2 strands of yarn. That's what's happening. I'm a doctor. Thank you. 3.75 millimeters. My bird is doing bird crimes? Nope, she's just chewing on cardboard, which is what she's allowed to do. Magic Frog Crochet. Good morning, Laura. Good morning. Nice to see you. I'm sure you're someone who I know, but all of your usernames are different today, so the YouTube algorithm has decided I don't need to know who you are. So hello, welcome. Unless you're new here, in which case, hi. But I'm guessing you're not, because the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so these are the colors without the mixture. Just you remember it for your eyeballs. Okay, I said 120, right? Technically 110, because it's 5 stitches per inch, and I need it to be, did I say 23? What's 5 times 23, friends? Help a brother out here. I want it to be loose enough to fit me comfortably, which will make it 23. Good. 120. Beauty. Yes, I used my hands to count. Whatever. Okay, 120, and we're going to do it in 2 strands of yarn, which is totally going to be great and so easy and so good and functional. I've seen people do not a long tail cast on, and I'm really happy for them, but I don't understand how to know what you're doing. Okay, if I need 120, what's 120 divided by 2? 60. So I'm going to wrap my fingers 60 times, because that would be 120 times. This will be 60 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. That's way more than I will need to do a long tail cast on. It has to be. Just based on science. Yes, the brown was a good choice, by the way. Brown mixing it in, way more my style, if I do say so myself. Hi, Alex.
Hello.
I love you. I think you're great.
You're great.
Aw, you think I'm great?
Yeah.
No, you know I'm great. Oh. Also, my therapist said so much helpful stuff that re-centered my visual way of thinking about certain things, and I was going to start talking about it like I was going to be able to tell you about it, which I am not telling you about, but the point is, my therapist basically was like, seems like you catastrophize things a lot. Seems like you always look for things to go to their conclusion, which things almost never do in real life. And I was like, what do you mean things almost never do in real life? She's like, well, when you have a conflict with someone, you want it to go all the way to the end of the conflict and then finish. But that's not how real people work. And I was like, but why not? And she was like, because real people aren't autistic. And I was like, okay, well, it's a bit of a read, but I'll take it. My therapist was like, very funny, very sassy. When I say I love you to Ada, her answer is, we love you. Aww. I love you. We love you. Because Ada has multiple personalities inside of her brain. All of them love you. I'm kidding. But that's silly and cute and very little kid vibe. Alistair started calling me Auntie, and it was cute for like a minute. And then I realized it was because he doesn't want to say Laura. He wants to say Wawa, because that's what's comfy for him to say. He says like the letter L with a lot of words now, but he also avoids it with Laura. And my sister and I figured it out because I was like, why do you keep calling me Auntie? And he said, when I'm big, I'll call you Auntie Laura. But I'm not, I can't say that yet. So I'll just call you Auntie. And I said, well, you can call me Auntie Wawa if that makes you more comfortable. I'd rather have you call me my name than just Auntie. For example, you don't call Auntie, and then I said my other sister's name, just her name, and you don't call your other auntie just Auntie. And he said, I can say Wawa? And I said, you can say Wawa. And he said, okay, Auntie Wawa. And I was like, when you're ready to say Auntie Laura, you say Auntie Laura. But don't just say Auntie. That would be like me saying nephew. And he said, I'm not nephew, I'm Alistair. And I was like, right. And I'm not Auntie, I'm Laura. And he was like, got it. He's so cute and so smart. 1, 2, because he knows how to say L now, but he doesn't like to because he has to think about it to say it. Like he says like, Wawa, I love you, mommy. And then he goes, I love you. Like he can do it. It's just still conscious for him. I know him. I know. I love it so much. My grandson says you have to when you say I love you to him. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold on a sec. I need to count to 100. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 7. I should do loose though, shouldn't I? We determined. But I love the way it looks when it's all tight. Maybe I'll just do extra stitches but make him tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I missed a spot. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Gorgeous. 21, 22, 23. If you're a Facebook person, 24, 25. If you use Facebook, can you post the link to the live stream on your Facebook? If you're here and you're hanging out with us today and you're also a Facebook girly, or they be, here's the link. If you could share that link anywhere on your socials, I would love to remind people that I am back today. So if you don't mind, I already posted on mine, obviously, but if you don't mind, share it on your own. 26. I already forgot where I was. I had to go back in time. 27, 28, kiss, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. It's going to take forever. 38, sorry, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. You know what I might do? 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. What I might do is the brim in both colors and then the body in separate colors, like lines of each. 50, 51. Oh, I also worked on my painting. I want to show it to you. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, almost 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, hi Beelzebub, 67, 68, 69, 69, 420, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Okay, who did this measurements, Laura? That's so much waste yarn. 80, 81. I'm almost done, I promise. 82. Well, you know. 83. I have to get to 120. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. Oh, also we saw 3 parades yesterday. 89. 90. Hey, get out of that stuff. That's not your stuff. Get off. Get off of there. Get off of there. Go on. Go on. Get. Hold on. I missed. Did I get to 90? Fuck. What was the last number you heard me say? I think I said 90. Sorry about swearing. That was not intentional. It's just what my brain did. Let's just pretend like I got to 90. 91. 92. 93. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, and 1, 2, we're so close, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think we're going to go to 20, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus that'll be easier for doing decreases, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20. We did it! 120. Now we have to make sure they're not twisted. Don't get it twisted. Make sure we got nice twistless knit going on here. We do. Okay, pull all these to one side. And then we can just continue our knit, right? Right. Confirmed. Did you see my mother of thousands in the Discord? It's a jungle so thick and pretty. I did see your mother of thousands and it looks amazing. I'm jealous because I had a mother of thousands and it died hard. It died very aggressively. It didn't even give me a chance to try to fix it. It just died so aggressively. Remember when it got so tall? I had a mother of thousands. It got so tall and someone in the live stream said, you got to give it a cut. It'll be happier if you give it a cut. And then I did. And then it died. So you were wrong is the point. I feel like I need a smaller cable for this. Don't think it needs to be such a long cable. I'll definitely have to switch out the cable eventually, but I think I might do it earlier rather than later. Like maybe I'll do it right now. Dumb. And I will do it by removing this. It's gonna be just fine, I say. And then, there we go. Already 10:45. Where does the time go? All right, so we're starting immediately with knit, purl, knit, purl. I wonder if that is going to get ruined because I started with just casting on. Will knit, purl still show up, right? Or 2 knit, 2 purl. That's what we're doing. 120 better work for that, by the way, or I'll be ticked right off. All right. And there we go. Shush. You silly birds. Shush, birds. Shush. Okay, here we go. I'm nap trapped. Louisa, member for 24 months. Welcome back, Louisa. Toby has stickers. Yes, he does. I added a Toby sticker. So now we have Peekaboo and Toby and the birds. And then for our dead animals, we have Thunder. I removed CJ because I needed a spot for Toby. So now we have Rohan and Thunder. He's so cute. I agree with that 100%. The cutest. Thank you for being a supporter, Louisa. Okay, now we're going to go straight in to knit 2, purl 2. Beelzebub, I don't want to hear you scream, okay? I'd really prefer to not hear you scream. PLZ and THX. That's please and thank you. Okay. We are pretending that these two are attached. So, if that's that for that, then we're gonna do a yarn over and knit 1. Ugh, golly. It's gonna work. This is gonna work. It just has to come off the first needle. So knit 1, knit 1, purl, purl. Hey. Hey. Purl, purl. Again, the first round is going to be rough because it's always rough. 1, 1, purl. Oops. Purl 1. Come on. You can do it. Anybody getting excited about Black Friday? Is that still a thing for you guys? I feel like in Canada it dropped off so hard. Black Friday doesn't care. But Black Friday doesn't matter anymore here. At least to me. I feel like unless you want a very specific item, it has stopped having a lot of function. It's like maybe if you need a TV, but otherwise I feel like it doesn't matter. It's going to hit 30 Fahrenheit tonight. That's cold. Wow, I had to think about it there for a second though. Knit, knit, purl, purl. Knit. Knit. Get out of here. Trouble. Knit. Knit. I have a bird on my shoulder now. Purl. Purl. I don't think it's particularly cold here today. I think it's just snowy. Purl, purl. Ugh, this takes so much longer. Knit. Knit. Come now. Purl. Everything's so snug on the first round. I hate it. It's fine though. It's going to be fine. It's going to be worth it. It's going to come out so cute. I'm part of a review program for Amazon now, so that's how I'm managing anything for Christmas. That's so good. Being able to do the review thing, but things that are useful for you. Very cool. Hey, if it helps you manage Christmas, I 100% support it. 1, 2. Also, congrats on becoming a reviewer. 1, 2. This is gonna take forever. Knit, knit, purl, purl. Knit. Knit. And you got a ball winder. That's exciting. I got 100 foot of weed barrier fabric from it. Ooh, that's very cool. I mean, whatever works for you works for it. You know what I mean? Like if that system is so weird, some of the stuff that's on it, you'll be like, I don't need a pool filter, but 100 feet of weed barrier cloth, don't mind if I do, you know? Okay, hold on. Purl. Do I need 2? Knit, knit, purl. So it's been a boost for the garden, and yes, ball winder, finally. I love that for you. Purl, come on you. Purl, purl. Knit. Knit. Sorry, I promise after this first round it'll be so much less me counting knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl. At least I hope it will. I don't think I'll have to think as much. Purl. Okay, was that a knit or a purl? That was a purl. And now another purl. 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 Why is it called a purl? And then knit. Sorry. I swear I'll come back. I'll be a people in a minute. Knit, knit, purl. It's easier to tell on your second row. You don't have to count because you can look at it and see which one's going to be a purl. Whereas there's no previous row to let me know what the stitch should be. So I just have to use my brain. Killing the grass in my yard. And I have a purple oxalis now. Oh, I love that for you. I love my purple oxalis. That being said, in the winter, she is struggling. She's already struggling. Here's my purple oxalis right now. This is what's happening to it. When they don't get enough light, the purple turns a little greenish. They'll turn purple again, though, when they have time. Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. All right, hold on. Knit, knit. We're back in. Back for another purl. Purl, not pearl, you know? Purl. 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 Gorgeous. She's got lighter purple in the middle when the leaves get big. I'm so happy to be part of the group on that now. I'm glad for you also. I'm happy. It's such a pretty plant. Someone in our neighborhood, I thought that every year they were planting purple oxalis in their garden because they have it as part of their annual garden. It's not. It perennialized in their yard. Which is crazy to me. That feels so cool because where I live, I didn't know that oxalis could survive outside. I know that oxalis itself, other oxalis can live because oxalis is a native plant, but not the oxalis triangularis. That's like that's like a house plant. But someone in my neighborhood has purple oxalis en masse in their flower garden, and it just comes back every year now. And it's beautiful. And it's dark, dark purple. Very pretty, very happy. And I didn't know you could grow it outside here. Like, I know, obviously, it grows outside somewhere, but I didn't know here. Purl. Come on. Knit. Purl, purl, knit, knit, purl. Gonna ask them for some corms. Well, I already have plants, so I don't need corms, but, you know, that might be a good idea, though. Purl. Purl. Back at it, bish. Hello. Welcome. I'm back from outer space, and now I'm knitting and crocheting again with a smile on my face. Rhyming. Knit. Knit. Knit, knit, purl, purl. Hold on. Purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl. Couple more pearls in there. The black pearl. Anyway, so that was good news. That way you can plant it in the ground when you own a place. Well, when I own a place, I'll just use my own corms. I said to Alex, when we own a place, now we have a tree to plant, because now we have a chokecherry tree. And he was like, is it going to be like a full-size tree? And I was like, not for a long time. But yes, eventually it will. It will be a tree, and we will have it. Do I need it? No. But it's pretty, and the birds can enjoy it. And also, there is function to it. It has an edible part to it. But in addition to the edible part, it's also just pretty. I love something that is both ornamental and useful. We love ornaments that can also be eaten. Hi, Julia. My sister. She's probably sad because now that I'm back to work, she can't hang out with me every day. I was very popular for the weeks that I was off. My little sister and I hung out a lot. We hung out a lot, which is good and fun, but also sad now because now I don't get to see the babies every single day. I mean, and my sister too. I guess I like her too. But have you ever seen nieces and nephews before? They're the best. They're so fun. They're so little. Especially my nieces and nephews. I have the best ones of all. Okay, knit, knit, back to purl. I promise after this round, I will not be struggling nearly as much to do this. I wish my brother and mom weren't on the other side of the country. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I'm going to be honest with you. Having no family around feels hard. Feels like it would be a very hard thing. I know my older sister lives far away, and it's hard. Like, raising a family when your family is far away. Okay, one purl, knit, back to purl. Ugh, on a tight, tight stitch. So rude. There we go. Elizabeth is standing at the couch watching you. That's what Elizabeth likes when you just smile at her. Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, hello. I know she smiled. No, not you. You don't get to say kiss. Knit, knit, purl, purl. I have my dad and step fam, thankfully, but I miss my mom. Yeah. Same, bro. I'm sorry, she can already stand. Yes, the 7-month-old child is standing and cruising. Alistair he did not walk until he was like at 14 months. 14 months is when he was taking steps on his own without assistance. Elizabeth is 7 months old and she's already standing. She's already cruising. It's not fantastic. I'm going to be honest with you. If you are on maternity leave and you're a mom who's dealing with a baby, having a 7-month-old that can escape is not fantastic. She's so fast. She crawls at high speed. She can climb up on anything. She can't remember how to sit back down, though, so she gets stuck standing. She'll stand up, she'll pull up, she'll cruise around, and then she'll be like, I'm tired, I want to get back down on the floor. But she doesn't know how. So she sits there, and then she just starts yelling. Not crying, not screaming, just yelling. She just starts going, ah, no tears, no general upset, just like, help, help, I'm trapped. And then you help her, and you have to say plop so that she understands that she's plopping onto her bum. And then she plops, and then she's fine again. Or she's angry that she's not standing. But she's very, she's very sturdy. Like, you're not supposed to have kids using their legs too early because it's bad for their hips and stuff. It's bad for some, I think it's their hips. It's bad for some part of babies if they start to walk way too early. So she's not that early. She's not like freakishly early where she's damaging herself, but she is definitely way earlier than Alistair at like the physical stuff. She's like just wants to get going. Having an older child close in age can help with next baby's learning, things like that. That checks out because she just wants to do what Alistair's doing, and he loves her so much, you guys. It's so friggin' cute. He comes up to her and he says, a shiny new era is tiptoeing nearer, but where do we feature? Just listen to teacher. He says that to her because he says that's her favorite part of the song, and he sings it to her any time that she makes upset noises. Like if she starts acting like she's gonna cry, he'll run over and go, a shiny new era is tiptoeing nearer, but where do we feature? Just listen to teacher. That's what he says. She likes it. And then I'll go, I know it sounds sorted, but you'll be rewarded. And he goes, no, Auntie Laura, she doesn't like that part. She just likes this part. A shiny new era is tiptoeing nearer. That's what he says. And he's very good at it. He knows all the words to Scar's song. That's what he calls it, a Scar's song. He's so cute. A shiny new era is tiptoeing nearer. And if she keeps crying, he'll just keep repeating that part louder. And you know what's funny? I would say 95% of the time it works. 95% of the time she stops crying and she smiles at him. She like loves him so much. And he loves her too. He loves when she tries to climb on him. He loves giving her big hugs. He's so cute. I love the babies. Me too. My brother and I are Irish twins. We're so close growing up. These kids are going to have so much fun. It is. It's going to be great. And we all like them. So it's fun because we all like each other. And Alistair does get a little bit jealous. Like if I'm holding Elizabeth while he's trying to play with me, he gets a little jealous. But like, same. I get jealous when he wants to play with someone else instead of me. So I get it. But he's very, very cute. And he also he's really big with rhyming words right now. So if you accidentally say something that rhymes, he'll go, oh, those are rhyming words. Big and dig. And then we go, yeah, those are rhyming words. And he'll be like, car, star. And we'll be like, yep. And he'll be like, they're rhyming words. Like he's like very, his good thing right now is that he's into rhyming words. And he gets it. The other thing that he gets, which this just must be because my sister's a teacher. Like, I honestly don't think that this is a normal child thing for his developmental age. He's 3. And he goes, Auntie Laura. 4 syllables. Auntie Laura. Yup. That's right. And then he'll go, Alistair. 3 syllables. Alistair. And I'll go, yep, that's right. So I can only blame the fact that my sister's a teacher, because I don't think that that's just a developmental thing that he's learning right now. I feel like that's advanced. Also, he can count to 40, which feels advanced. When he's counting to 40, I don't understand. To me, that feels advanced. Counting to 40, rhyming words, and quoting the whole Disney movie. I think that he's either autistic or really smart. I'm about to search it. Hold on. 3-year-old talking, counting Milestones. Let's see. A 3-year-old typically can count to 10, though they may not fully understand the one-to-one correspondence until later. They are developing language by using 2 or 3 word sentences, asking questions, and speaking clearly enough for family and for familiar people to understand them. Key milestones include identifying their own age, using I and me, and following 2 or 3 step directions. At 3 years old, they can say around 200 to 300 words, but actual number can vary. They can use sentences of 2 to 3 words, progressing to about 4 or 5. They can hold short conversations with back and forth exchanges. Guessing questions. They start asking why, what, where, and who questions. Pronounce most consonant sounds and all vowel sounds, and can be understood most of the time by familiar people. Counting aloud, can count from 1 to 10, though they may not grasp that each number corresponds to a specific quantity. Fingers can hold up the correct number of fingers to show their age. Start recognizing numbers from 1 to 9. Okay, so he's smarter than everyone, is what you're telling me. Cool. Alistair's the smartest baby. Nicholas is now quoting movie lines. How old is he? Knit, knit, purl, purl. Okay, 2 more knits. Knit. And knit. I remember when I could first count to 100. My parents sat down and made them listen to all 100 numbers. I sat my parents down and made them listen to all 100 while my kindergarten self rattled them off. That's funny. Time for you to listen to me count. Alistair gets up to 40, and then for some reason he doesn't understand 41. Even though he did 21, 22, 23, 31, 32, 33, he goes 40. And I'm like, it's the same as 30 and 20. It's 41, 42, 43, bro. He understands that there is something called 100. I don't know that he understands what 100 is, but he says 100 and he says 1,000. Like he says, how many do you want? 1,000. So he understands that 1,000 is a number. He's the smartest. I don't know if he's the smartest. Imagine if he's just fully average. I don't think he is, though. Pretty much everyone who I ever interact with him with makes a point about how smart he is. He's 5. He has mild autism and didn't speak much until about 4.5. Oh, that's cute that he's doing movie lines now as his thing. That's cute. Knit, knit. Hold on. Purl, purl, knit, knit. Purl, purl. Okay, perfect. 120 was perfect. Purl, purl, knit, knit, and then purl, purl, which means that we are at a perfect place. A shiny new earwa is tiptoeing nearwa. The way he says it is just so silly. He's just such a cutie. Patootie. Sorry, I dropped a stitch. A shiny new earwa. Now it's going to be in my head for a long time. Okay, hold on. We did knit, knit, purl, purl, but tight purl. Then we do knit, knit again, knit, knit. And then the final one, is that just one strand? Where's the other strand? I've lost it. I've lost my second strand. Where have you gone? There you are. Don't know who you think you are, but you've got to get underneath with the other strands. A shiny new earwa is tiptoeing nearwa. He says are things weird like that, where he goes like gurwol. It's a gurwol, mummy. And you go, a girl. And he says, yeah, gurwol. That's what I said. I don't know why this is not making sense to me right now. What is the problem I'm having? I need to get another piece of string to go through this stitch, that's all. No problem, Boblum. A shiny new ear was tiptoeing near was. And when he says, but where do we feature? Which is what the Lion King, okay, this is all songs from the Lion King. In the movie, the hyenas say, but where do we feature? And then Scar says, just listen to teacher. And he says it all villainously. And it's so funny because Alistair does a face for the hyenas. He goes, and where do we feature? And then he goes, just listen to teacher. It's very, very cute, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to get a loop that I missed to go back through the needle. A shiny new ear was tiptoeing near was. But where do we feature? Sometimes I go, just listen to teacher. It's very cute. Nicholas is very good with numbers, though. Ooh, already very good with numbers, huh? Okay, knit. Are these, is that that's my last stitch. So that means this is another knit. Do you see the brain power I'm needing to use here just to accomplish this small task? Knit, knit, and now 2 purls. Hello, hi. Why are you saying it like that, Beelzebub? Are you doing crimes? Purl. Last one, purl. Gorgeous. Now I can pull that all down. Now I can unscrew this. Beautiful. No problems. Everything is going exactly how... Hi! Are you thinking about doing crimes, Beelzebub, or is somebody else doing crimes? That noise is her telling on herself. What? What are you doing? What's the problem? You're not doing anything illegal. You're allowed. I don't mind. You're not in trouble, Beelzebub. You're fine. That noise, that hi, is her telling me she's doing something wrong. But she's not doing anything. She's literally just sitting, chewing on her actual, she's allowed to use it, toy. Hi? A shiny new earwa is tiptoeing near wa. But where do we feature? Just listen to teacher. Okay. So, what did everyone else get up to while I was away? Anything fun? Did we do any activities with the fam? If we're Canadian, did we celebrate Thanksgiving? I don't know if I was back, if I was gone already. Times are hard, okay? Remembering things, being a person, difficult. All this stuff, difficult stuff. A shiny ear. Okay. There. So this is my tail. So I can throw this part out. And now all is well again. We've got our tail here, that's just fine. Now we've got our working end here. And now we're going to be holding our working end in this hand and moving which way? This way. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, around, 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 around. Keep everybody on the same plane here. Shiny new era. Right? Right. Knit, knit. Purl, purl. Okay, good. Now I don't need to think as hard. Now I can just see what I'm doing. So here's my hat's brim. I'm doing 2 knit, 2 purl repeat for my round, at least for this part of my round. For the brim, that is. Can't wait till Alistair is 5. Just you saying Nicholas is 5, and I'm like, oh, Alistair's gonna be 5. eventually. Right now he's just 3. But he'll be 5, and then he'll be cute. 3-year-olds are cute. 5-year-olds, very cute. Although I will say Elizabeth currently is at her cutest. I love a 7-month-old baby. From 6 months to 9 months is my favorite age for babies. I find them so sturdy, so like a bag of flour, you know, a loaf of bread, just a sack of potatoes. I love that. I love that age. They're the best. They can't run yet, so they're not super fast, but they're able to crawl and sit up and mostly get around, and like they're cute. They're kind of done with their first drool stage. All babies are drooly, I know that, but there's like this stage at like 4 months where they get disgusting and they just drool so much it's like disgusting. And then something happens around 6 months where they sort of slow down on the drooling. And you get from 6 months to 7 months, at least with Alistair and Elizabeth, you get from 6 months to 7 months, that age range where they don't drool very much and they're just really cute. And then they start drooling again when their teeth start really coming in. Elizabeth is a smiling potato. Oh, God, I love a smiling potato. And that's what Elizabeth is. Elizabeth is also a smiling potato. And her smile is so stupid cute. It's like, it's the best. She's so cute. I wish I could show her to you because of how cute she is, but you know, the internet is dangerous and whatnot. Pearl. Did I drop a strand? I dropped a strand. Anywho, so the garden is dead and done. All the houseplants are now in. Everything that needs to be repotted is repotted. Everything that needs to be under a grow light is under a grow light. We went to the dump. We got rid of a whole dump load of just large garbage, like broken furniture, large garbage, stuff that you're like, this can't go to the donate, and also it's not recyclable. That sort of stuff got brought to the dump. So we have a huge extra amount of open space now, which is great in one area of our house anyway. And I'm very pleased about the choke cherry. That's something that like I'm really happy about getting. What else has happened since you were gone? Since I was gone? I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely better. Thickness-wise, 2 strands is better. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. How long of a brim are we going to go on this? What do you think? I don't know. I might not do a long brim. I might just do like 1 inch. Or 2 inches maybe. Yeah, the brown, I'm happy to add the brown in. I think the brown added a little something. Could you stop going on the same spot and pooping? Every time you do that, you know I have to clean it up in the same spot. And I always kick you off of there. I don't know what's this bird thinking? Ooh, excuse me. Big yawn. What else is going on? Anything else happen? Literally nothing. I did a lot of me time. I cleaned a lot. I spent a lot of time with my sister. I feel like nothing really major happened. I filmed a few videos. I'm working on editing them. I'm going to try and get back onto my filming schedule. I thought I was going to put out videos every week while I was gone, and I'm sorry I didn't. But hopefully the YouTube algorithm will forgive me. Hopefully. And if the YouTube algorithm does not forgive me, then we'll just rebuild, won't we? Not much more I can do. I was burnt out. Like, I want to feel fine with it. So I'm just accepting it, that if my YouTube channel kind of falls because of this time off, I'm going to just be okay with it because it's not the last time it's going to happen. I'm probably going to need to take a break more than one time in the future. So if the YouTube algorithm hates me for that, It's already happened. I can't fix what's already done. What? Toby does not want to go outside in the snow, by the way. Toby is 4.5 pounds, and even with boots and a sweater on, he would rather die than go for a walk. So he didn't get a walk this morning because he literally, Alex had him all ready to go outside, and he ran downstairs and went back into bed. He just said no, like literally no thank you. He woke up all excited, like he normally is, for his big day. He gets to go for a walk and have breakfast and do all the things he loves. And then as soon as he saw the snow, he literally ran back downstairs and jumped into our bed. He said, no thank you, no snow. But that's all right. He doesn't need to go in the snow. It just sucks because it's like he likes to go for walks, you know? So having him not want to go outside for a walk means that he's bored. So now I have to like find activities inside for him. As opposed to Thunder, who had no desire to go outside, but also had no desire ever to go for a walk. Like, he would go for a walk because I made him, but he didn't want to. Whereas Toby wants to go for a walk, but then he sees outside and he goes, oh, not out there, though. We need, like, an indoor gym. Like, you know how, like, old people go to the mall to go walking? We need, like, an indoor gym for dogs. And by gym, I mean just a walking path. I just need an indoor walking path that no dogs are in, except us. Just Toby. I had a talk with my friend yesterday because she's thinking about starting to think about looking for a dog. And I was like, Chihuahuas are everything. And she was like, she thinks she wants a greyhound, which is fine. But I said, I think that the next dog we will get will also be a Chihuahua. And I think that we will get a second dog in Toby's lifetime, as opposed to Thunder's, where we were like actively not getting a second dog because Thunder didn't like dogs. Toby doesn't have any trouble getting friendship with a dog. Toby, just lie down. You're fine. The birds won't take your food, I promise. Anywho, Toby is doing well except for the cold. He really is not liking the cold. What are you doing? What are you looking for? Oh. He's looking for trouble. Knit, knit. Why are you calling Toby over, Beelzebub, saying, come here? He doesn't want to come to you. I missed you guys. I missed crocheting and knitting. I haven't crocheted or knit at all since I've been gone. This is the first time I'm picking up like a yarn craft at all, which feels a little sad, but alas, not much we can do about it. I needed a break. I keep having to explain it to myself, and I keep like in therapy I kept being like, it's fine. I'm making it work. And she was like, you have like a lot of guilt when you're not working, huh? And I was like, yep. She was like more guilt than maybe you need. And I was like, maybe. Who's to say? Who's to say what the right amount of guilt for not working is, you know? And she was like, well, but you decided not to be working right now. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, so then can't you like, what, you don't need to feel guilt over something that you decided to do. And I was like, oh, I'm guilty because I decided to do it, and it's selfish that I decided to do it. She was like, nope. Not how it works. We love a therapist. We love a therapist who gives you some feedback when you're being crazy. It was necessary. Exactly. Doesn't mean that I don't get to feel guilt to go with it, though, you know? Oops. There we go. Knit. Knit. How long of a brim am I going to do? What did you guys get up to while I was away? While we were all away? Did anybody get to see anything exciting, fun, cool? Did I see anything exciting, fun, or cool? I went to the zoo. Alex, he's in a union for his job, and his union had some kind of thing where it was like a draw to get tickets for the zoo. And Alex put himself into the draw, because why not? And then he won the tickets, which is cool and never happens to us. Fun little randoms. So, yeah, we ended up going to the zoo, but my little sister had received a gift card to the zoo from a family member last year, and they hadn't gone yet. So my little sister, her husband, Elizabeth, and Alistair, and Alex, and we all went to the Toronto Zoo, and we just spent the day wandering around the zoo. We got to see some tigers, and we got to see a rhino, and we saw a giraffe, and we saw ring-tailed lemurs, and gorillas, and an orangutan, and lots of different animals at the zoo. Obviously, zoos are bad, but the tickets were free. So we had a good time. And Alistair, that was his first time at the zoo. Sorry, one sec. I'm just getting hella nauseous, and I just need to go get a glass of water, but... Ugh. What a yucky feeling. One second. I just need to go get a glass of water. I'm fine. I just get random bouts of nausea. It's probably just because of the meds that I'm on. I'm not pregante, if that's what you were thinking. Much better. Sometimes you just need a big glass of water. God bless. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oops. Whoa. Whoa. There we are. Back to knitting. Knit. Knit. Oh, I'm so excited for when we get to just do stockinette stitch. Knitting 1,000 times, so much more fun than knit, purl, am I right? Anywho. So today, I'm going to try and edit. This is my post live stream plan. Give her a little edit. Yeah, dancey dance. I hear ya. Oops. Lost. There we go. Yeah, I think the brown was a good choice to add in. I think it'll tone down the bright colors while also still looking pretty and giving it a little more thickness. It's a really cute top. Aren't we friends? Let me borrow that top. This top was $2 from the GBF, which is my local thrift store. I love a deal. Pretty sure it is Reitman's, which is why you like it, because you are a teaching lady. Candace likes this top because she said it looks like I've colored it in, which is cute. That's a really cute top. Let me borrow that top. Well, hopefully the live stream will pick up again once I'm doing it regularly again, and we won't fall off on the live stream charts. Maybe we need more of a topic to come into as opposed to just hanging out and chatting, which is fine. We can do that. But Yeah, I've kind of figured out a few things. I need a few changes. The YouTube channel requires a couple of changes. Nothing major, just some housekeeping. And also I think I need to invest a little bit more time. I was talking to Julia about this, which is why I'm thinking about it now. I think I need to invest a little bit more time and energy into Facebook, which, while that doesn't sound like a ton of fun for me, seems like could be much more profitable than just emphasizing YouTube, because most of my audience is on YouTube and Facebook. So I think I need to start posting more stuff on Facebook. I get a lot of interactions whenever I post on Facebook as opposed to on Instagram or on like my YouTube community notes or anything. I feel like Facebook gets a lot more engagement in the community that I'm trying to grow, you know? It's mostly retired ladies with some 30, 40, 50-year-olds in there too, but generally I would say mostly retired people. So I just need to refocus again. There's mental health leave, mat leave, retirement, and then work from home. That's my audience. It's retirement, mat leave, work from home, mental health leave. If you fit one of those categories, that's who's here mostly. Oh, I lost a strand. I've lost it. I've lost the brown strand. Please hold. Alright. I did knit. Now we need a purl. There we go. Sorry, I had to pull it off for a second. Anyway, I think today's an edit day. I'm gonna try and sit down and edit. It's hard when you've not been doing it to sit back down and do it. Okay, that looks cute. Right? Happy vibe. I'm feeling the brown. I like the brown. Knit. Okay, purl. Come on, there we go. Purl, knit, purl. I missed you guys. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate you. Hi, baby. Where's my sewing needle? I want to weave this end in. I like the colors that are coming. Okay. Do you mind if we just sit quietly for a minute? I don't have anything else to say. A lot of stuff happened while I was gone, but I didn't write it down, so I don't have like a story to tell you. I just have 3 weeks missing. I do appreciate that you came back though. So thank you. I don't know what we're gonna do to make changes on the live stream. Maybe we don't make any changes. Maybe we change the time of day. Maybe we change the day of the week. I don't know if we're gonna change anything. still working on. I haven't even worked on thinking. So when I actually think about work again, I will give you some ideas that I've come up with. But my thought was that during this time off, I was going to work. And instead, I just really, really didn't. I just did things to help me and my brain. And I feel better about it now. I don't mind. I've been dozing to your wonderful voice while I've been bundled up with a blanket. That's so nice. I'll finish later. Hubby is in Barcelona and wants to have a call. Rude. Oh, well, say hello to hubby. I hope he's doing well in Barcelona. Lucky guy. I'm just going to go off to España for a few weeks to work. All right. Chat later, Louisa. Nice to see you. Well, I'm glad that just hanging out is enough. Candy, appreciate that. Should hugs, you too, Louisa. Should be able to gather some yarn to play with now, though. Good. That's what I was excited about at the thrift store, is that I don't really need any yarn, but when there's a really good deal on high quality, expensive yarn, I'll find a new project. Like, look, I'm making a hat. Do I really need one? Do I really need a hat? No, I don't. But who doesn't love a new hat every winter? 'Cause I do. Should I do a tutorial on a knitted hat? Does anyone need a knitted hat tutorial? Let's be honest. How many knit hats tutorials are there on the internet? 1 billion. Like, oh my god, Toby, what are you doing? His nose? Oh god, you're so cute. Is that the comfiest way for you to sit? He's so weird looking right now. Look at this. Are you ready? This is important. I'm gonna try and do it without him lifting his head. Hold on. His nose and his legs are touching the floor. See if I can. Oh. Try to get you a cleaner angle of it. Don't look at the mess under my desk. Just ignore the mess under my desk. Just ignore all of the under the desk stuff. Look at this. Look at his stupid little... Come on. Why are you not helping me, phone? His nose is literally touching the floor. Like, it's on the floor. Look. Look at the floor. Hold on. Look, it's touching. It's touching the floor. Is that the comfiest spot for you? You're not even all the way on your dog bed. Anyway. Hey! I don't want to hear that again. That was too much. Too much. Trouble. I said it was too much. No more. Beelzebub, Honey Bunny, Sweet Bird, no more screeching. I actually missed the birds, did you? Well, good. Then enjoy. Enjoy the screaming of my birds at any and every opportunity. I do love having the birds make their noises, even if the noises are loud. You can lie on your dog bed, Toby. Your dog bed is for your whole body. You goober. Also, it's cold enough outside that the heat is on, which I don't appreciate. We haven't had to have the heat on yet. It's just been like not AC. Like it's been cold enough that we haven't needed AC, but it's not been cold enough that we've needed a heat. And today the heater is on. Good boy, Tobe. You can put your feet on the bed. That's your bed. Them doing loud things is good in their little minds, but can be a bit much. But I just want to talk to a bird all day. Them doing loud things is good in their little minds, yeah. Their little minds are definitely full of thoughts. The scream, though, was because I moved the thing and they thought it was going to fall over. They scream when they're nervous something's going to happen. Like they get themselves all amped up as if something's going to happen. Like if I put the mop in the room, they scream like that because they're like, something's happening. Why are you saying out? You're already out. You're already out, Gary. You don't need to say out. You're free. Do you think Toby needs to go out? And let's see. I actually miss the birds. I just want to talk to a bird all day. I talk to them all day. And I will say, I do love talking to them all day. Even though they say random stuff and yell a lot. And Gary is just saying, out, out. But Gary, you're already out. You're not locked up in your cage. I'm pretty sure Gary just practices talking. Whenever I hear them talking quietly, it's Gary practicing. So he's saying out, but he's just practicing for when it's time to actually say it. Because Beelzebub is the one that says out in the morning, not Gary. I hear you, Gary. I hear you saying out. Do you think Toby needs to go outside? Toby, do you want to go outside, go pee? Are the birds talking on your behalf? Do you want to go out? Let me try. See if Toby wants to go outside. We have time, right? It's only... Oh, God, it's already 11:40. Well, maybe we'll wait till after the stream to go out. He's not getting up, so... Me saying out doesn't mean anything. But, do you want to know something really exciting? Toby can shake a paw now on demand. So I say sit, he sits. I say shake, he shakes. I say lie down. He waits 30 full seconds without making eye contact with me and then lies down. But the point is, he does it. It takes him a minute. His brain is small, but like, he does it. But shake and sit, he does pretty quick. He's pretty quick with it now, which is awesome. I don't know what I'm going to teach him next, but I think the next one I'll do is probably going to be like clean your face, because I taught Thunder that one, and we always loved watching him do it when we would say. It's basically like you stick a piece of tape to their nose, and as soon as they go to swat it, you give them a treat and say, clean your face. And then you put the tape on their nose again, and they immediately go to swat it. You take the tape off, you give them a treat, and you say, clean your face. And then doing that 50 times, eventually you don't need the tape, and you can just say, clean your face, and they'll go and they'll wipe their face. And it's very cute when you tell a dog, clean your face, and then they wipe their face. It's very sweet looking. So I think I'll teach him that one. I think it's going to take a lot of work to get Toby to understand roll over. Like lie down was a lot of work to get him to understand. So I think roll over will be a lot for him. But I think like jump, I think I'll be able to get him to jump. I think I'll be able to get him to do speak. Like he's got a lot of behaviors that I think I can turn into tricks. While I was away, I did sit, lie down, and shake, and he's got those 3 now. Like he's got them down. He knows them. So that's awesome. But he is so cute. He's such a good dog. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. I fell in love with him while I was away. So I like Toby. I've liked him the whole time, and I knew I would love him the whole time since June. All right. Just, you don't have to worry about anything, birds. You're safe. It's warm. Anyway, I realized I fell in love with him while I was gone. I was hanging out with Alex and we were talking about him and like talking about all the stuff. And I realized, I don't know how I realized, but there was just a moment where I was like, oh my God, I absolutely am totally in love with Toby. I love him so much now. At first, like, I knew I would love him. So, like, I love animals. I love the birds. I love Rohan. I love Toby. I love all of them. But I fell in love with Toby, which felt really nice to have happen while I was away, because I realized, like, oh, we have a bond now. Me and Toby have a bond. Before, I was just loving on him because I know he had a mom. He had a mom who loved him dearly. He wasn't like an abused dog that I needed to save. He did not need saving. He had a family who loved him. He had a mom who loved him. His mom got sick and couldn't be there for him the way that a Chihuahua needs. But he never wanted for anything. He was never abused. He was never like, he's perfect. He was perfectly loved. So I didn't feel like I had to save him. And I feel like part of the feeling of like, oh, I have to save the dog, makes you feel like fall in love with them faster. Anyway, I felt like I didn't need to do anything for Toby. He just needed a safe spot to land, basically. But he had love. He's not like an abused rescue dog. He's just a dog that we adopted from a lady who could no longer give him the time that he needs because she was sick, like going through treatments. Can you not yell? I'm telling a story. Anyway, I realized I'm absolutely in love with him and that I love Toby. Like, not just I love Chihuahua. Like, I loved Thunder with a very special bond that Thunder will never, ever be usurped. He is the king of my heart. But Toby got into my heart. So now Toby is my big baby boy. Whereas he's a sweet Chihuahua, and I knew I would love him. Hey, bud. Toby, do you know that I'm talking about you? Is that why you came to me? My sweet boy? Anyway, obsessed now with him. And I love him like, I don't love him like I loved Thunder. There will never be Thunder. That will never happen. Thunder is singular and unique in all dogs in the world. But part of my heart that I thought was closed forever after Thunder has opened to Toby. So that was a cool thing to happen while I was away. Something I recognized happened. Like, oh, I love you now. I love you. I want all good things for him. I always wanted all good things for him. It's different though. There's a feeling that has shifted, and now Toby and I are a unit. I have marigolds inside. Blooming? I want to start an indoor flower garden. How fun. Can that even happen? Can you really do it? I saw someone do it last year with zinnias on Instagram, where they grew zinnias indoors just for fun. And they grew and they flowered inside. Do you think we could manage it? That would be cool though, wouldn't it? See, now I don't need to count, because now I can see which stitches are pearls and which are knits. Just by looking at the work. There, now you can see the knit, pearl, knit, pearl. That looks cute. With the brown was a good choice, I think. I feel like it did the right thing. Beelzebub, Gary, what is your damage right now? Did you just go in there and go pee on the pee pad? He literally just did. The birds were telling me that he had to go out. They were telling me, and I ignored them. They were saying out, and I said, you don't even have to go outside. They flew from their spot to the back door to their spot to the back door, screaming, while I ignored it. And I said, they're just being crazy. And guess what? Toby just got up, peed on the pee pad by the door. If I had gotten up and listened to the birds, Toby would have peed outside. Maybe. He's a Chihuahua. You can't really guarantee a fully potty trained Chihuahua, I'm going to be honest with you. They're tiny, and they're tiny black. Oh, sorry. I'm sitting here knitting, thinking I'm knitting where you can see it. but you're not able to. Hold on, let me just... There. Yeah, good. Knit. Knit. Well, next time. Sorry, Tobe, I didn't mean to ignore the cues that the birds were giving me. I have to listen to them. They're smarter than they seem. They're like the intelligence of like a 3-year-old. So me ignoring the birds, that was dumb. Toby literally needed to go outside. Do you want to go outside to go poop? That's a waggy tail. Let's go. Let's see if you want to go. Yeah, I know. I heard you the first time. I'm going to try and let him out now and see if he'll go. You want to go outside, Toby? Yeah? Okay, you guys just hold on a sec. Did you just say shush? Shush! She says shush. Shush! Shush. Shush. You want to go outside? Go pee? Good boy. I heard you. Out. Go on, go pee. Oi, oi, oi. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Making all crazy noises. I hear you. I do. I believe you. Keep going. You're right. You're right. You were right. He did have to pee. Look at him go. You're right. He did. Hurry up, Toad. Go pee. Hurry up, Toby. Go pee. Are you gonna pee or are you gonna poop? What do you think? He's going to pee. Good boy. Good boy, Toby. Go pee. Good boy. Go pee. Toby. Not squirrels. Go pee. Hurry up. Excuse me. Thank you. Come on, Chili Bean. Chili Bean? Did you get chili? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Beelzebub. It's a broom. It's just the broom. Golly. I said golly. Huh? All right, there we go. All right, so turns out the birds speak English because Toby had to go outside and they were right. This actually looks great. This is a great color group for me. I love the grouping of these colors. Also, it is cold out, after all. All right, where were we? Where were we? There we go. Purl, purl. Back at the beginning. How long are we going to go for this brim? What do you think? Oh, I missed you. I'm sorry that I'm going to be leaving again right now, but I missed you. I'm very happy that you came back. Appreciate you coming back. And thanks for clicking the like button. I appreciate you guys. Good boy, Tobe. Good boy. Course. Of course, said the horse. I gotta listen to those birds. Usually when they make noise, I just assume they're being noisy. They aren't. They're trying to tell me stuff. They were trying to tell me Toby needed to go out. Look at that. This part reminds me of those that ice pops, rocket pops. This part doesn't, but right here. What do you think? Rocket pop. tasty. I like this part. This part looks good. I wonder what it'll look like once we get into stockinette stitch. And I also wonder how long I want to do the stockinettes, or how long I want to do the brim. What do you think? Should I make it a short brim with a big cozy slouchy hat, or should I make it a regular sized brim and like a structured toque beanie? I really just wanted to knit something, so I'm really glad that we got this part started, because the rest of the hat, I think I'll finish it on the next stream, if I'm honest. When I'm doing just stockinette, it's so much faster than if I have to do knit 2, purl 2. Pearls slow everything down. Unless you're doing a whole round of pearls, it slows everything down. And I'm trying to decide, should I do a round of pearls before doing my round of knits, in order to make sure that the brim doesn't flip up. It's such an annoying thing when the brim flips. And that's happened to me a few times with some sweaters, where like I go right from the what is this called? The rib stitch into the stockinette, and then the whole thing tries to fold upward, and I don't want that, so I might have to do a round of pearls first. Or like a round of knits and then a round of pearls and then a million rounds of knit, like purl or not purl, knit, stockinette. So my friend moved to Toronto last year, and she lives down the street from where we used to live when we lived in Toronto, and I'm having this like nostalgia when Alex and I were there yesterday of like, imagine if we lived in that place and my friend lives just down the street. It would have been such an awesome time to live close together. I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I have are very high quality, and I would love to have access to that bestie every day if I could. She's very fun, very cool. I think there will be enough yarn for a hat. What is 2 socks if not a hat, you know? Oh god, I love opal sock yarn. To make a shirt or a sweater, out of opal sock yarn though, would be like literally hundreds of dollars to make a full-size sweater. I remember when Nancy Nickerson, she was in our chat for a long time, and I made a cardigan with yarn that she sent me called the Fancy Nancy cardigan, but she sent me an insane amount of yarn. Like I'm talking moving boxes full from Nova Scotia. She sent them all the way from way out there and sent me a whole bunch of beautiful yarn that she wasn't using anymore. I've used all of it, and I used a lot of it to make this sweater that I have here. And yeah, it was, I don't know what I was trying to say here. Nancy. She's who got me into opal sock yarn, because she had sent me so much of her opal sock yarn collection that she wasn't using. And I made things out of it. Like I made the hexagon sweater. It was amazing. And yeah, so now I love this opal sock yarn, and the idea of having a beautiful hat made from it seems like a great idea. And it's also so pretty. It's like so unique and so fancy. It's like fancy hand-dyed yarn. That's you know, when you go to the yarn store and you're like, I'm not going to buy any of this because I'm not a millionaire, but I do love looking at it and touching it. Opal sock yarn is in that category to me. What else have I downsized? I went through my cups, my mugs. I downsized them. I have fewer mugs. I think I got rid of like 4 or 5 mugs, which is great because I am a collector of things, and reducing the number of things I have is difficult for me, but when I do it, it feels very good. What else has happened since I've been gone? Oh, I spoke to the taxidermist who currently has Rohan and Thunder, not Toby. Rohan and Thunder are both with the taxidermist, and I spoke to him. He is thinking they're going to be done on the first week of December. So a little over 2 weeks left. Probably it's going to be mid-December if I'm guessing. I don't think it'll be the first week of December. But he said he thinks it's going to be beginning of December that they're going to be finished. So we'll be able to pick them up from him. We are getting their skulls articulated, which is done through a taxidermist. When you think taxidermy, I know you think like their skin and fur as a mount, but that's not what we're doing. We could, that I chose not to because that's not what I'm into. But we are getting their skulls articulated, and it's going to look so nice next to CJ, because we have CJ's skull right here. That's our Bengal cat. And now we'll have a Chihuahua next to that, and then another cat next to that. And we'll get to just sort of have the display all put together. And then I think I'm going to put, I have my chicken Poppy, her skull also, and I also have my chicken, where did you go? Did I lose another strand? Oh, yes, sorry, one sec. Anyway, my chicken Diane, my first chicken, Diane and Clover were our first two chickens, but Diane was my favorite. Why is it so hard to be me sometimes right now? Okay, there we go. Anyway, so I have Diane's skull. I have Poppy, who is my other favorite chicken. She only died this past year, and she was 10 probably. So she died of old age, but Diane died... What did Diane die from? Diane died from a sickness. She got like a cold and didn't get better. And when she died, I articulated her skeleton. But I think I'm going to leave her skeleton in storage and just put her skull on display with the other animals when they come home. Because then we will have 2 chickens, 2 cats, and a dog. And I think that will be really a nice display. And that's that. And I think I am going to be someone who collects all of the skulls of my pets. I think that is who I am now. I am a skull collector. I collect the skulls of my pets, which also means I think that I'm not going to collect any other animals' skulls. Because I love animal skulls. Like, I would love to have a raccoon skull and a fox skull and a coyote skull. But I think I'm going to stop and not collect any animal skulls moving forward because I'm only going to have my pets. And they look so pretty. And I'll put a bunch of dried flowers like I did with CJ. CJ's skull, it's so pretty. It's like, it's probably one of my favorite things that I have. And I'm excited to be able to have Thunder come home. I'm really excited for that. And now my freezer is clear because I don't have any dead animals in it, which is great. If you ever glances at raccoon skull on patio drying, exactly, because they're very cool. Raccoon skulls are cool. All skulls are cool, but raccoon skulls are very cool. My friend has a raccoon skull, a fox skull, and a coyote skull, and those are 3 that I love seeing when I go to her house. But what was I going to say? Anyway, I just think that that version of taxidermy is my style. I was going to say classy, but that's not correct. It's my style, and I like it. The one thing I do think I want to do, though, is create some kind of like a label. Like, I want to give them their own labels for it. I found it on a dog walk like 4 days ago. That's amazing. Just the skull, already rotted down to just the skull. I remember one time I did a skunk and a raccoon and a possum all at once. I just put them into a bucket of water, covered it in water, and let them rot over the summer and winter. And then the following spring, I took them out. And then all the bones were mixed up because obviously. Oh, like a little name plaque? And yes, a little name plaque. I want to do something that says, I don't even need it to have like the birth death date the way that a gravestone does. I think I just need it to have, but I kind of want it to also include their breed, you know? Like Thunder, Chihuahua, 14 years. CJ, Bengal, 14 years. Rohan, Bengal, 10 years. That kind of stuff, so that I have like how old did they live? Because it doesn't matter when they were born and when they died, because they're animals. Nobody's going to recognize that time. But how long they lived? Look how cute this is looking. There is nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I just mean, like, I don't need to remember their birth date and their death date. I'm more interested in remembering how long they lived, and even having like a portrait with it would be cool to me. I don't know yet, though. I don't know how I want to display it yet, but I think I want to have like a plaque, a commemorative plaque to explain. But maybe I'll make it myself instead of getting like an engraved plaque. Maybe I'll just make them, like paint them a little thing. Could be cute. Anyway, I'm excited to get them home before Christmas. It's like my Christmas gift to me. I mean, it kind of is. It's very expensive to get it done. But I think it'll be worth it. I mean, what's worth it? Other people spend hundreds of dollars on clothes, you know? I'll spend hundreds of dollars on animal taxidermy. It shouldn't even be called taxidermy. It's not like taxidermy. It's different. It's bone. It's called European mount taxidermy. It's just the bones. It's way classier. Somehow. Are you going to poop in the basket again? Literally. Do you know how often I clean that thing, girl? Maybe I need to just put something there for you to stand on because you seem to like it. Oh, do you want to see the painting that it's not finished, but it's almost finished now. I'll show it to you. I wanted to show it to you before I leave today, and it's already after 12. It's okay, Toby. You're all right. I didn't get a new pee pad yet, Alex. I just cleaned up the one that was there. I didn't put out a new pee pad yet. I'm just letting you know. This is my painting. This is the painting I made. It is not done. First. What? Oh, that's all right. Okay, anyway, this is what they look like. This is an olive tree. It's not finished. I'm happy with the sky now. I'm finally happy with the sky. I've redone the sky a few times, but now I'm happy with the way the clouds look. The only things we need to work on more is the foreground, the actual tree itself, and then just some detail work. But if you look at it like from here, interesting, right? But the olive tree is not standing out the way that I want it to yet. That's okay. It's gonna. But the sky for me is where I'm really like happy with it. Here, let me just try and show it to you like this. Don't you think? Like, I've seen a sky like that. Have you seen a sky like that? I've seen a sky like that. Like, for sure, right? Anyway, the olive tree, we have to do work to make branches sticking out look more realistic and alive. And then there's a little vineyard in the back here. We'll figure it out. Your color work is very good. Thank you. You're so nice. Anyway, I'm excited about it, and I'm happy that it's almost finished. It's probably gonna be done by Christmas, which is good. I like taking my time on paintings like this. I'm enjoying it a lot, like just taking my sweet time on finishing a painting. You don't have to finish a painting in one sitting. You can finish a painting in months. You can just keep coming back to it and adding stuff. I love doing that. So I will continue. Probably we'll work together on it. I think I'm done for today. I'm gonna go and get started, get back to work, do the things. But thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, both of you. And let everybody know that I'm back, and I'll be back on Wednesday again, because I come here Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. just to hang out. and make stuff together and do friendship. So if you had a good time, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If you didn't have a good time, then click the thumbs down button. I don't know. You're free to do your own thing. But I'm going to go now, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.